Hey there. Well, it's weird. I was gonna say, why did it say 0 when I'm clearly in the room? But now it says 1. I don't know what that's about. Anyways, nobody here, so I'm not talking to anybody live. So this will be for the replay, I guess. Nothing worth saying, but since I just finished a live broadcast, pardon me, live broadcast where I was talking a bit, I'll talk here too. I don't even remember even though I snap screen grab, snapshotted it, whatever, for this came out. It shouldn't be too difficult, right? Final last words, people say. 1 minute periods. Got some pretty decent guys in on face-off, and made a change to my third center in bringing Besser in. Didn't impact my overall, which is nice. Yeah, it didn't bring down the offense at all, which is where those two players were brought in. Besser as an 88 replaced the 90, and then my third center, I brought in my hometown heroes, Glenn Denning, who's technically up to an 85 now, will max out as a 90 come April. Maxed out as an 85 now, and was also replacing a different 90. So definitely a bit of a drop off there as far as offense. I don't don't yeah, I don't really know how much offensive players impact the defense rating like on this screen, and I also don't know how vice versa. I don't know how much defensive players impact the offense part. So maybe that was um, like, I don't know, ignorant of me to say that, that it would have potentially only impacted the offense as well as the overall for making those two changes, but it impacted none of them. Um, so that's good. So yeah, that's what it is. And if I were to go with Besser long term, depends on how the Rivals game goes more so than this one. Um, and I do have a bit of a bias. I'm trying to think of what kind of bias it would be. Not a confirmation bias, but it's sort of a um, what will be the proper term for it? The sharing new toy bias. That I kind of look to try to notice newer cards, even if I get like five. Well, I rarely ever get five good ones at a time, but um, however many I get, if it's only one or if it's all the way up to potentially five, I don't know, three, four, five, whatever, of them at a time or within a short period of time, um, I will tend to try to notice them a little bit more than the others. And then certainly if they're part of a scoring play, hard to miss at that point because the cards will pop up on the screen. Uh, so knowing that that is and has been part of my bias, generally, I might get a little bit more excited about the Besser than is deserved, but we'll see. However, I'm only pointing out that I changed my center, also the one on the third line, just because it was one of two different choices that I had in order to get the thread the needle synergy activated, and I can't say with 100% certainty, but very high likelihood that this will be the first game that I've ever played in NHL 20 with thread the needle activated. And now that I said it out loud, I don't think that that's true. I think I put whatever, some like silvers and maybe even some bronze or whatever onto just some kind of bogus squad just to have it on there and see what, if anything, I felt like it did. And it's much harder to tell on those lower levels. So this is at least very highly likely. I don't know. I'm going to go with like, hey, we got 99 up on the screen. We'll say 99% chance that this is going to be the first sort of high-end team in which I've ever had thread the needle activated. And I did not have to get rid of a bunch of other synergies in order to make that happen. It was literally putting Best around, which I was going to do anyways. Um, and he replaced heavy hitters Ryan Reeves. So I'll try to get a sense of whether that was kind of one for one. Reeves was on the fourth line with tons of endurance, and that would potentially be where Besser would go, if anywhere, longer term. But I have dropped him onto the second line just so that he'll be more active, even in potentially the Rivals game. and it was pretty convenient that in that spot for me was LaFleur, who we considered their best card, the best possible card in the game, particularly from the right-handed side of the thing. Um, and he's so crazy. Sometimes I've had to drop him off of the squad when I have to get very particular about synergies um, with Workhorse and uh, whatever the other one is. I almost wanted to say Wrecking Crew, which doesn't fit him at all. But whatever it is that he's got, uh, at times have not been activated. Currently is not activated with LaFleur's I'm talking about. So there've been times where I've played games where he hasn't been out there at all. He hasn't been any one of my 12 forwards. Um, so I'm not completely unaccustomed to not having him as an option, which can be pretty tough because he is just pure offensive machine from day one to present. Um, but it's a nice little luxury to have to be able to kind of drop him onto the fourth line, having endurance that's in my opinion mostly good enough to be able to do that. Um, just as a kind of courtesy to be able to get Besser up to that second line, and then as I said, replace that third line center who happened to have thread the needle. And that was I only needed one more point to have that. So apparently I had four others that also had thread the needle, and I probably should have paid attention to who those were. Um, I don't want to go into starting lineups. There's a way to do this, right? If I click Ready Team, I feel like it just starts. Yeah, okay. So maybe it's I feel like there's some version of this where you click that and then you can kind of click back out to edit lines, but whatever. So I'm not sure exactly who the other five besides that center and Besser are, or the four besides that center and Besser are that have thread the needle. I think Chelios is one of them. First line. What is going on there? Can I play his HV71? So it's giving me 2 seconds to just finish up my point here before the commentary and stuff comes in, which reminds me to get my remote control. But yeah, I think Chelios is one, and him being my my LD1 is in a kind of important place to have that as well. And as I was pretty confident in, I did check. It does in fact impact passing, wrist shot accuracy, and slap shot accuracy. It might only be those three things. Not exactly the worst things to have to boost for now, while we still need those boosts before kind of shot gets maxed out by everybody, anyways. But for now, not the worst. And I'd say Chelly's a great one to get all three of those boosted. He is not maxed out on those, but he's got pretty good numbers on those, and I don't know off the top of my head who the other three are. Well, let's just jump into the game.
Everybody ready to go. The sticks are taped, the skates are sharpened. James Cebulski, Ray Furrow, ready to bring you all of this exciting hockey ultimate team matchup. Well, the hunt for this one has been off the hook. Puck is dropped. Let's see if this one actually lives up to it.
We got to win. Get in three. Is it three more? Less than two, but two more than our opponents. And for me, at least, typically they get more difficult as they go on.
Less than a minute to go here.
If I was just going to end the game right now, which I can't, then I would have completed the chill.
Takes that pass back at the point. Takes a slap shot from the point.
I have no idea why that one. It wasn't just that was centered and basically at his 5-hole where he was positioned, but it was like the left center. And I was aiming just as far right as I did on the one that pinged off the post on the right side.
Chicago's won the faceoff.
Not that that's necessarily how I'm trying to score. I do have behind the net on right now, so should be looking for. Oh, he's too far away. Those kind of opportunities more. Whoops. Use durability stat. Should have had him get back up a little bit quicker than that, in my opinion, but whatever.
Puck grab by Johansson. over to Lemieux. On the one-timer. Denies another play.
He's got to work hard to find the puck through all the bodies right in front of him.
Oh, what a beautiful glove
Yeah, these shots are...
save.
Alright, so if I feel like I was at less than 2.4 when that called that. I try to get one of these blasters here at the end.
Blistering shot. Great save by the goaltender to get a pad on that
Now
one.
that was
Keeping
green,
the puck out
which
of the
suggested
net.
that wasn't a
There's
shot
the
block, but
horn-bringing
actually a
period number
deflection.
one to an end. Still
So it seems like that
no
might have been a
score in
pretty
this
solid save by him there. This is the one that they're going with. No, let's go. I disagree. See the instant replay in that last shot there. Yeah, so I tried as best I could to get over to the far right side as quickly as I could. With Muzzin, he's not one of those that has like kind of terrible accuracy and too hard of a shot, so I didn't have to pull back too hard on it. Was definitely aiming right, and I don't know, from that direction, although the green says higher skill, so maybe that was what the green was that I saw that I thought was indicating it was a deflected goal. I guess we'll find out in about a second here. But yeah, definitely he's starting the shot here, taking the shot there. I know it's not exactly the best or most fair angle, but I don't know, to me at least doesn't feel like it's exactly as it should be with manual aim on and a guy who has perfectly fine accuracy on his slap shot. Let's see what happened here. We're getting a tip. Looks like he's going for it. Looked like he went for it, missed it, but then it went down and then went right into the pad. So clearly, he did touch it. Yeah, so we're getting a little movement there out of that. Yeah. And sometimes those kind of work, especially if the closer you are to the crease, and kind of the less prepared that the Tendy is set up for a 5-hole here. He's completely got the 5-hole covered, both with the pardon me. In fact, the overlap of the pads down there, as well as the stick out in front. I mean, even I was going to say like he might have the thigh gap not exactly covered. It looked like from the higher angle, but that also doesn't seem to necessarily be the case. And none of that matters because it ended up just kind of going off the pad, and he didn't get any sort of weird like backwards reaction to it. But I guess if that had deflected, yeah. So after the deflection, did it deflect off the defender too? Probably not. Then he got down into the butterfly, had it completely covered, and it looks like from there that if he had not, like if it had gone to the kind of the far right edge of the post, unless he had kind of gone into the butterfly, maybe drifted a little bit more to his right, our left, recovered, not slid back or done anything else, there would have been a slight chance that it would have gone towards that, but I'm not sure if it. See if we can get the light to see. Yeah, so there would have been enough time, I guess, to get that. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Oh, there's the light. Okay, so there was no time left, so that's why that happened. Still missed that too, though, by the way. That's fun. Oh, jeez. None of this matters. I don't need goal. I mean, I need them for the dailies, but especially if I'm going to be playing at least one Rivals game, should make it a little bit easier to get some of those up. So we're up 4-0 on face-offs. If I ragged 100%, then I can just get that. I can let them win even 2 face-offs and still get this Gatorade collectible, which will lead to a gold collectible. But that would be a 0-0 score, and that would lead to overtime and another face-off. So not the optimal way to go about it. I would.
changes here in period number
Wow,
2.
he
With
really
the
just
stop.
an absolute glove ripper there. Felt like I had that one more than the other ones.
Second intermission approaching quickly here.
I'm not sure what Niedermeyer was doing there, but okay.
Through the neutral zone, moving the puck along the side. Right in the slot.
What are you?
Misses
I mean, what are you
golden
doing?
opportunity there.
He's got to do something a little better than that. Just can't finish it from there.
Okay.
Wonder if that gives him a nightmare later.
What are these guys doing? Both
Grabs the puck here
Both Lemieux
inside
and
the
Gretzky,
offensive
best
end.
players in the game, usually playing the best in
Looking to make
terms of
something happen along the
position,
boards.
etc.
And a great save.
I literally set that up so that he would shoot hard and I'd get a rebound and build a pot right back in, and none of that worked.
And he can't get it off.
They're not even like shooting in the correct direction. I have no idea what's there. Oh, I got one. I have no idea what the problem is there.
They get a goal here to close things out.
Gotta look at it from both ways. That's a real kick in the pants for the team that gave up the
Go
goal.
NHL 2020. Go. With complete support of your support of that makeshift sign.
And he beats the goalie.
I also admittedly kind of feel like this is actually giving me like maybe a slight remembrance boost to because you got Besser out there now. Let's try to see in these 14 seconds if we can use him. He went the wrong way. Nope, just into the front. Okay, fine.
Nice move by the goalie to get out close to the shooter. Look at that. Here we go. We got a penalty coming up right here.
So I think that was Lundqvist. I think he's gonna go off for 2 minutes, which is gonna be the entire third period.
What should be a dramatic third period.
Oh, I actually just realized Besser's. I know I made changes to my other lines. He might. He might be on the second penalty kill. Or if not, then the second three-man PKs. I'm one of the two, but not both. So I didn't even think of that as I was taking the penalty. Yeah, it's clearly not really good in terms of getting some muscle memory. Not really good plan for getting prepped for rivals when you're up against a human player with a bit more of a lag. God damn it. Ooh, we got lucky. Yeah, so it looks like Besser's going to be on the second line here, maybe.
Inside of the last minute here in this third. Scores! Not the special teams here we expected to deliver.
No, this is a real turning point in the game here as the short-handed group capitalizes, gets on the board.
You better be able to see all of that solo. He goes Marty McFly at the end. You gotta have that on the cutscene.
Quick pass on the tape and into the net. So quickly the goalie
Go to the
can't get
left.
closed up and make the save.
Do it on the second one then, because you're going from this angle. Gotta do it. Go to. Oh, come on. Terrible. That's terrible. Now you're gonna make me score another goal, another short handy with EP 40. Suddenly making me wish that score 3 goals was it. There we go. Let him go. Let me go. Ah, nice. Nicely done. Exactly what I was asking for. As if I knew it was gonna happen. And then the support from the crowd. Gotta love that. Gonna do a in between this and the. I wouldn't even, well, the second one was obviously stupid. I mean, you show the wrong. I understand you want to show the crowd reaction, but since we are at home here, but showing them wrong end of the net. We'll get a chance to do a silver reroll before jumping into that. Before jumping into the. Let's skip the cutscenes. I know I'm supposed to be entertaining for you at least a little bit, but play the game, you know that what I'm doing here is not exactly difficult. Also, where's the second group? I've been blasting up. It's like 4 in a row. I blast. Ooh. What is that? You certainly having to play at least a little bit of defense. These guys should be somewhat gassed, man. I also have no idea what that pass was. I think that we're on the PK. Making changes. Bad discipline. I come out for the entire game. Oh, let's get this penalty off, man. There we go. I put him in there on net afterwards. I'm gonna let this play out because I want to see if we're gonna send him off for the whole game or get the game misconduct, even though he's out for the whole game anyways since there's 5 seconds left. No? Okay. Just charging. Just a 2-minute. And yeah, so the first 3-man PK also doesn't have buzzer. I was like looking up to see where I could go with the puck there. And if there's nowhere. That's kind of how I ended up with that. What do we do on Oh, one more pass, are you serious? Oh, then we're done. And the weekly, I didn't block any shots? Okay. So, try to get that done.
Shutout and more importantly, the W, Ray.
He played an outstanding game right from the very beginning. The tough shots looked
I understand
easy.
that they're showing that here, but they don't. I mean, like, the objectives, did just complete, I don't know, 2 more there, whatever. And then I'll have another 2 more in the next game. Possibly 3 if I get the weekly as well. You know, I don't know. They don't always show the thing you'd be expecting. Finish that up. Let's go do that silver reroll. Sorry, I'm getting 3 a.m. Discord chat messages here. Oh. All right. What am I... Sorry for me being distracted. And then just so I don't forget to do this later, I'll go ahead and open that up and send that into the set. I got 3 of 10 so far, which I think is the most you can have to this point. And if it's like all the others, it'll be 12 in the end. Which is why you see in my my inbox outside of the first event, which I don't know if I could have had 12 and just passed on it or whatever, but all the other events I keep the extra 2 collectibles, and I'm not opening them up. But we'll have today was Tuesday, it's now Wednesday, but so if you want to call it today, Wednesday, 2 p.m. Pacific time, there'll be another changeover, another weekday challenge. So if you want to call it today, Wednesday, that's today, tomorrow, Friday. Those 3 will be 3, 4, and 5 of those challenges, and then you take a break for the weekend, and you'll go Monday to Friday next week for the final 5. That leaves 8 from here, which is only 11. So now I'm questioning all this. I didn't complete everything from the events thing. I didn't get the healing thing and a couple others, but let's see, 3 out of 3. So I'm 1,000 coins shy on that one. Just wasn't able. They scored really early on in that one. They just kind of gave up on it and didn't even try bothering with the hits. Just kind of wanted to move on. Missing a monthly, so we gotta make sure I could do that in the next couple weeks. What is it? What? Um, hey EA glitch. I mean, not like the biggest deal in the world, but it's supposed to show kind of grayed out uh, stars and whatever when it's not having been completed. Um, as it does there, they kind of indicate that it's the November collectible that you don't have, and specifically winning the game in that one that hasn't been done. Apparently, haven't beat the Rangers on Pro in 2 minutes. Um, so yeah, that's what I was saying. I gotta make sure I do that in the next couple weeks. However, here, it's nice that it's at least telling me that I haven't. It's the don't take any penalties one that I haven't done yet. Um, so I can literally just go AFK in that game. Um, and that was again another very very stupid. I just dominated that game. There's just really a really stupid thing that happened. I end up um, I I think I literally clicked triangle, so I was willing to accept a fight that got brought out because I think I had taken a shot or whatever after having just crossed over the blue line in the offensive third, and was like, yeah, screw this, I'll take the fight on, and hopefully I at least won the fight, but it counts as a penalty, so didn't get that. So this is one where I can go just AFK and just see if they're able to finish on their own in three periods, possibly pull my goalie if they can't get the goal on their own, or if it's not the most difficult thing in the world to do, and just get a goal for myself and get the win. But the important thing is to not take those penalties, and so therefore, for me, paying attention to kind of not looking for those hits with too much heaviness or run up behind them. Meaning actual hits, as far as body checking is concerned. But then also some of the other little silly stuff that can sometimes toss you into fights and stuff like that as well. And then obviously tripping if I bother to do the R1 stick check. But again, at least the last one I wouldn't be doing, even if I was opting to try to get the goal myself in the third period if they just seemed incapable of getting at least one on their own in the first 2 periods, just so I can get the healing and contracts pack that I don't know what that is, how many items. Should all be untradeable. So I don't know if it's 5 and 5 or maybe 7 and 3 or I don't know, it could be 3 and 2, which would kind of suck. I got that one. So first off, were there any that had the loan pack, base, mini, coins, mini, monthly? Yeah, so there weren't any in those 10 that gave Gatorade collectibles. Um, I have 3. So did one come from the store? From the weekly thing? Had to, right? Unfortunately, I can't open that. To go back in 2.5 exactly right now through the next 3 days. I'll be able to get into week 2 and open another one if I really wanted to. But that has to be where that came from, right? Because I haven't completed the weekly, and that's the normal of. Oh, there you go. There it is. 3 daily reward packs, Gatorade collectibles. So I was wrong. It's not in that pack. It's in there. So we could do that again for the weekly objectives next week. That would make a ton of sense, and I think that's normally how that works. So you get the 10 weekday challenges, and then if you complete the weeklies, or if you don't have to complete all the weeklies as long as you get whatever the one is, and I think it's almost always opening the 3 daily reward packs. So if you log in 3 days with at least 23 hours and 50 minutes in between each of those over the course of that specific 7-day week, you'll get that. You get the collectible. And that's how you get to 12 when you only need 10. Let's take our 500 coins, and then if I'm able to complete one more pass and the game, I'll get the monthly. And if I could scrounge up 5 blocks, I'll get another monthly and the 2 gold player pack untradeable that I'm going to literally go get on my own from doing the silver reroll. It's the exact same pack. And I've got I had a week's worth of these, and then I believe I just got a fair amount of silvers, not a ton, like I don't know, 10 or more, in the packs that I did earlier. So probably still sitting at pretty close to just under a week's worth of those if I did every hour, 24 hours for 7 days. Get my timer back up and running. Huh. Alrighty. Okay. Maybe I'm off on this. Particularly if he had a prime time. He had a good game. I I thought that the talk before that was about how he was underperforming, and some people thought that he wasn't wasn't playing all that well. I mean, if I I never bothered to check this, but I assume that the salary is listed there is his actual salary for the year, like right now in real life. Um, so I mean, if you're uh, presumably a 78 in this game, means you're not considered premier as a player. 26-year-old making a million. I don't know. I guess there could be talk that you're maybe not, getting your proper bang for the buck. I feel at least, paying more attention to at least some specific writers, analysts, other commentate. Um, I don't want to say commentators because that's more them too. The people that are they're doing it during the actual broadcasts, but um, people doing commentary. That's what I wanted to say the first time. Is that even the way to say that? So commentary, analysts, writers, etc. It definitely does seem, and most of the time it seems as though they're either defending a point that they made previously, or they're responding to like a question that was asked. In some cases, whether somebody thought that they were making a different point or whatever. Um, for me, at least, there are some examples in which it does come down to that player's salary, possibly their current or former tradability when not being moved. Um, if they've been with, if they haven't played for any other NHL teams. However, I feel like maybe it's just what it seems like, but it seems to me for sure that way more of the talk comes down to trades that have already occurred. And then obviously there's the rumor slash trade talk of people that could potentially go. Taylor Hall's I think the kind of the main one for that this year. But it's as far as analyzing how people are currently playing and whether it's past decisions were the correct one for effectively armchair quarterbacks. And I'll say that just to annoy those people that don't like when analogies from different sports get mixed in. It certainly seems to come down to like after a trade has been made of whether whichever side which side got that better end of the deal and who is and is not living up to what might have been expected when having made that deal. And maybe I'm way off on this, but I felt like the very little that I'd heard specifically about Joel was more along those lines of kind of not necessarily living up to some expectations that had been out there for him. And I guess I could be potentially way off on that and completely confusing him with the the other 95 out of 100 stories that are exactly that about other people, and I mean, this is how little I know. As far as I know, he may have actually like just recently been called up and is already making his mark and had a great game, and that's where the prime time comes from. That and this has to be a prime time for today. So earlier today at 2 p.m. Pacific time is when this came out, which would have been based off of all the games over the weekend. I don't have that screenshot in front of me of how he performed compared to the other ones or whatever, but he played well in a game at least. Um, but yeah, I mean, defender 6'4", 215, but at an 80. Yeah, no, he got screwed in his ratings. So I mean, I was gonna say that size, particularly it being a left-handed shot on defense, despite you know no overall complaints on trying to add some more solid right-handed defenseman options, and then you know week or the week after that in the new event, probably having at least one of the new choices being a right-handed forward with a boost. Unfortunately for Edmondson, he's effectively never really going to get a good card. Um, it wouldn't be the worst, but just you look at this and they get progressed linearly. Unless say in a week the new event is basically a sniper event. He's Canadian, so it can't be an American sniper event unless they do an American sniper event and add a Canadian for some reason. Um, but you look at this as an 80 and you turn it into a 90. It's very simple. You just make everything plus 10. Um, and that obviously only counts for everything that is 89 or under. The only thing that doesn't fit that for him is balance. So his balance would max out, and then his skate stats would definitely be quite good at pretty much 94 across the board, acceleration, agility, and speed, with 97 endurance. That would be phenomenal. Um, he's not looking to deke. Passing and puck control at 86 and 84 respectively, not the best, but not the worst. As a defender with defensive awareness at 90, pretty decent, not the best. And then not really looking for offense. He is technically a defensive defenseman. I doubt he got a prime time from true defensive stuff, though. That tends to be more towards team of the week. This is usually based off of point production. So if he's not getting off of scoring goals, he'd be getting it off of assists. Although I feel pretty confident in saying that, pretty sure he had at least one goal in that game. Because yeah, I mean, even if the dude had like 3 assists or whatever, I feel like that wouldn't have hit my radar as much as it did for me to be aware of his name. And I'm just saying that as just being totally honest that I had not known much about him prior to like this week. So yeah, you move those up. Body checking and strength would both boost up to 93. Certainly not. Certainly pretty helpful for someone of his size. Um, but the issue really comes down to the shot, as it tends to do for most defenders. Even as a 90, that just gets a normal progression of plus 10. You're maxing out slap shot power at 91, wrist shot power at 90. Those aren't terrible, but they're coming both with accuracies of 80. So I'm not saying that he's getting a 90 MSP anytime soon. It's just that as I was here and didn't really look down at the face stats that much, and also hadn't paid any attention to him on the listing of prime times for today much at all. As soon as I clicked into here, I looked, oh, 6'4", 215. Yes, so he does have the size. Okay, he's left-handed. And then looked down and at first thought, geez, man, if this got plus 10, this would be a really great card. And then kind of had to correct myself because of the shots. As a defensive defenseman, you can understand those shots being a bit lacking, but I'm not really sure how many players you're going to want on your team when you only get to choose six. And if you're like me, only three of those are going to be of, one type of handedness. So three lefties, three righties. Um, if somebody's a really good specialist and probably has, some size to go with them, I could see that happening. But I think on an end game team, it seems more likely that you'd be doing that um, for like at best kind of two out of the six defenders. If they have endurance to go with it, which again, him as a 90 would absolutely have that endurance at 97. I got guys that are better than that already, but whatever. Um, but yeah, with that endurance, if he was a pure defensive defenseman who pretty much could not shoot, but his defensive stats were off the charts. Again, with a plus 10, they really wouldn't be. 93 strength and body checking, pretty solid. And 92 stick checking and shot blocking, also solid. 90 defense awareness, also solid. Just saying, if you wanted him to be like just pure shutdown defender who's out there despite not being able to shoot, which I know sounds strange. If the dude's got 90 plus on his power, it's that's not exactly a description that I would use to say unable to shoot, but I would say it is more like, not necessarily your your go-to number one choice of whatever, depending on the situation, I guess 3, 4, 5, or 6 players that you've got there out on the ice to be looking to take uh, the shot, looking to try to find ways to get open to take those shots, etc. Um, so that's disappointing for him, but that's what you get with those ratings. Maybe you can get lucky and do better in next year's game, NHL 21, bud. Moving on. Let's get to that. Let's get to that Rivals game, huh? Had not started yet at all. Also, have not done squad battles at all. When does that end? Man, I should probably get a couple of those done. Make sure I snag some of those. One of those sweet premium or base packs in a tradable format. Also, I didn't finish this week. Oh, we get to see the lines this time. Cool. That's what I was looking for. So there goes. Besser on 2, Glendening on 3, as I said, and then moving the Flower down to the final line. Him being down there with Jesperi is, for me at least, is kind of interesting, particularly with Stamkos being maxed on faceoffs. It's an interesting mix, and specifically, besides the other synergies that are up there, there's that. Oh, it's yeah, okay. I was like, the way it was listed, it looked like there was 4 things. So it's +3. As I said, slap shot, wrist shot accuracy, and passing. So besides, this is pretty good. I like this actually, to the point where I might actually look to try to get this more often. Um, but I'd have to look at each one of them and see. Yeah, like for Lemieux, this is probably huge, and for EP, it's probably huge also. And suddenly, when I was considering selling that, because the only one besides the Besser, the only one on that list that is tradable is the Doughty. Was considering moving on from him, despite loving the card. Um, but this is this is a great list. Glendening, I'm not looking to take a ton of shots with as my third line center, but he's kind of the one that put it over the top. I could put somebody else in with thread the needle and still have that done. The other 5 though are just some of the best choices that I would have for that. It is certainly interesting that you kind of remove Glendening and just talk about the other 5. It's the first line um, and second line, both on forward and defense for my right-handed shots. Because again, I play them, um, righties on one side, lefties on the other. I happen to play offense and defense both inverted. So in fact, Lemieux is, just go ahead and look. Lemieux is LW1, and at the moment, I'm playing Besser as LW2. Not sure if that's really where he would belong long term, and only because of wanting to really get a sense of apple cider. I'm rocking them on LD1 for right now, um, and we'll see how that goes. I've got enough to create that or McAvoy if I wanted to, and I was planning on it, but we'll see. So normally it had been Chelly as LD1, and that's what I was thinking. I kind of forgot about Cider there for a second, and Doughty behind him. And defense for me is at least a little bit different on the automatic changes that the classic controls force upon you. That the blue line defenders, particularly in the longer games, can kind of find themselves out there a little bit quicker typically than my fourth line forwards uh, will do. And I don't know if that's just a measure of having some pretty solid endurance numbers for my forwards. But yeah, so what I thought was LW1 and LW2, it's actually LW1, LW2, LD2, and LD3. Still four pretty solid choices. You know, again, Glendening is C3 is the one that more or less doesn't matter as much. And then we're getting RW2, the only left-handed shot in the group. I'm gonna want to look at what this +3. That is insane. Yeah, if if just for EP40 alone, those stats you see there are super misleading. It looks like I've played 9 games as a -6, well, 1 goal and 3 assists, 2 penalty minutes. The only I mean those were numbers that I actually have had. The only one that kind of really only means anything is the penalty minutes. Um, it's super misleading. However, we're bumping up. Um, and then hold on, let me just take a look at the other ones that I have on body checking strength. I'm literally just gonna read them all just because I have to double check here. So body checking strength, defense awareness, one timer, slap shot power, takeaway king, defensive awareness, stick checking, agility, aggression, sustained pressure, speed, passing, puck control, and durability. Okay, so that's what I thought. So all the ones that are on at the moment are not. Oh, and I'm at the rival screen, aren't I? So okay, so I have to go off of just the ones that I have at least one of. Um, blue line does give you slap shot accuracy, so there's that. Um, the current team out there would be just Cider, um, uh, but I've got a couple others that tend to be out there that have that, including if I want them out there, left-handed defenseman, the 90 MSP Darlene has that also, um, as does somebody else who's not out there at the moment for some reason that I can't think of. Um, and then Wrecking Crew I've had on, but there's nothing here as far as shot accuracy. So acceleration, body checking strength, and discipline. X factor is more power on the shots, so these are only +2s. Speed, agility, slap shot power, wrist shot power, breakout master also power, so it's these +3, but it's only to 2 things: acceleration and wrist shot power. For the boys, balance, enduring, face-offs. Did I say enduring? Balance, endurance, face-offs, and shot blocking. Dekes, deking, puck control, agility. Workhorse, speed, balance, endurance, durability, and magician is whatever. Face-offs and stick checking. So at least as far as the ones that I have at least one of, which doesn't include a whole bunch. Arm Day's not out there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got all the team ones where I've got at least somebody with them out there. And like X Factor's got just like at least the one out there. But let's see, so like Arm Day is not out there. Rock Solid's not out there, which is kind of just a version of Heavy Hitters and Wrecking Crew to a different extent. What else are we missing? I don't feel like clicking off the screen on my other screen to find out because I don't even remember if I've got it. I know I've got it saved, but I don't know if I've got it up in a browser window or whatever. But the listing of the synergies But yeah, Arm Day and Rock Solid for sure. Those two are not in there and missing. Um, I can't imagine that there'd be one that would give like even a +2, let alone a +3, to even one, let alone both of the shot accuracies, and 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 be one that I wouldn't like at least sometimes try to get on. So for the so just I remember who all of them are, but for EP40, this is just this is just insane. His slap shot accuracy is bumped to 97, and his wrist shot accuracy is bumped to 98, one shy of max. Um, there obviously there's other cards in the game that are that have at least one thing that are up to 99 with the leaders cards and stuff like that. So I've got some guys out there that have at least one of these shot categories. I think this exact lineup has at least one guy with with at least one of them. So one's got slap shot accuracy, one got slap shot power, one's got wrist shot accuracy, one got wrist shot power. Um, but uh, even when they do that, very few of them have it kind of across the board. So yeah, again, 97 slap shot accuracy and 98 wrist shot accuracy is pretty crazy. That might have been part of how it was so easy for him to get those shots in, but those were one timers that he wasn't really being covered on. So I'm going to put that more towards speed and the passes being there and the AI being a little weak on those levels. Um, Lemieux though even going to get a boost here, slap shot accuracy, and that's insane. Dude, I'm going with TN forever now. I think Trevor was the one that was telling me about this. If it wasn't him, who was that? Somebody, one of our subscribers in this past like week and a half was talking all about these two specifically, SP and TN, and like SPF had since like day one, and TN I was like, man, I don't know. But now looking at who it impacts on my team and what those impacts are, yeah, I'm on board. Suddenly Lemieux's maxed slap shot accuracy and wrist shot accuracy. That's insane. Has made possibly the best card in the game even better. Besser, I'm gonna hang on to him, and why wouldn't I if I'm gonna do TN? Brings his accuracies up to 93 on both. And then over there on defense, Chelios, could have a little bit of help on that. It's not hit necessarily his best qualities or the reason why he's out there. For me, I tend to play him more as a defensive defenseman, even when I'm playing him on the front line. He is capable of being able to get some shots off his shot. His base shot stats are not exactly the worst. Um, like a lot of defenders, it's a bit better on the slap side than the wrist. Um, but yeah, the super low endurance and some other stuff is part of the reason why I think that I'm not alone in hoping for if you considering this an upgrade from his, was it 87 Silver Master icon. I'm not alone, I don't think, in hoping for an additional um, upgrade from him on this. And now, in fairness to the Red Wings, the Silver Master icon put him on the Wings. This upgrade put him on the Hawks. So whether we're given a choice or not, and I doubt we'd be given a choice. I kind of don't really want to see that Gold Master get put back on the Wings, but it's just one of those things, guys. You already got one, we got one. So if I can't have the Hawks, I kind of don't want you to have them on the Wings either. Um, but it is what it is. That's probably what will happen. Is that it'll be like a 97, 98, or 99, and he'll be on the Red Wings. However, back to the actual point, his slap shot accuracy boosts to 93 to match his slap shot power of 93, and wrist shot accuracy goes to 88. Again, also pretty much boosting that to where his wrist shot power was. I think I noticed that before and thought about it, but was nowhere close to TN. And again, another tradable card that goes for quite a bit that I would have to consider keeping on. For me, at least, not as, I mean, it's helpful, but it's not as much of an impact here. for Doughty. It's bringing his slap shot accuracy up to 85 to go with the 88 power for the defender, and the wrist shot accuracy bumps to 86 with the wrist shot power of 87. Pretty much well rounded at that point as far as the shots are concerned, and I haven't had too much of a problem getting those shots off. No, it looks like that's the case with 30 games played, 2 goals, but um, it's very misleading. I don't play a lot online. I don't play competitively at all. Never played Hut Champs. Played I don't know, like 3 out of 4 competitive season events, and didn't quote unquote compete in those. Played the 3 games usually and then pieced out. Even if I was able to win one of the 3, which would have been unlikely. No, I did it at least once. I usually just was like, all right, that's 3. I get my minimum rewards, and we'll move on. Um, but yeah, and then also getting a +3 to passing, so that puts his passing up to 94. Puts Chelios's passing up to 96. Plus, there's other passing boosts we're looking at here. +3 from one timer. And +3 from sustained pressure. So these guys are gonna be like basically all maxed out in pass. They kind of already were even without thread needle. But you're looking at +6 for everyone on the team, and then if that's not enough, which it's not for Doughty, that puts him at a 97. Uh, he's getting an extra +3 from thread the needle. Suddenly Doughty is a 99, boosted 99 on his passing. Shelley is going to get there without thread the needle. 93 +6 gets to 99. So it's another reason why he's been pretty solid for me. And I will look at Glendening on this one as well. Lemieux didn't really need it; he was already 96, but there you go. He's boosted to 99 as well. Besser's the only one that's going to be a little lacking on this. So it's 3, 3, and 3, which is obviously 9. So he's going to get boosted to 96. Certainly helpful. But we are definitely talking about a group of players that almost across the board are 99s. EP also boosted to 99 and also did not need thread the needle to do that. So I think so far Doughty was the only one that needed the thread the needle to get boosted to 99, and even with the thread the needle, Besser doesn't get there, and Glendening does not either. But certainly doesn't hurt for Glendening as a center to get that passing boosted from 81 all the way up to 90. Pretty solid for sure. Let's go ahead and continue the game. Let's get a Rivals game off. Hopefully there's someone online who's willing to play. Said there was somebody in the room, and on my side here it's showing them alone. Feel free to comment if you'd like to. If you're logged into YouTube and are able to. Yep, now it's saying to. So if you're here, feel free to say whatever you like. As long as you're cool and chill and not mean about it. We're looking to get our Rivals game off. If you're on the PlayStation PlayStation side, and want to see if you can match up against me, feel free to try. But as I was trying to say at the beginning of jumping into Rivals before you came into the room, and it says you're gone now. I didn't actually complete Rivals last week, which kind of I think just ended in the last whatever day or 2 or day. I forget. Same yeah. Yesterday, Tuesday at 4 p.m. Sorry, I keep doing that. It's 4 p.m. my time. I'm in Chicago. 2 p.m. Pacific time. We're not finding opponents. It does not bode well. There probably aren't really good Hut challenges for me to do either. They're such short games. It's like I almost kind of have to move Besser onto the first line, but now knowing Lemieux's shots at 99, I kind of want to see what that's like. Even though I technically had that in the first game, but I wasn't aware of it, and I feel like I just generally looked for his shots the way I normally do. But I don't know. It does. If I were to kind of go with it, it does kind of present a potential interesting switch because that first liner is the only one that I use, and it can be game dependent. But I don't compete. I don't play against top players. Um, we're getting a game off here. So I don't have to be too concerned about switching it up based off of how other people tend to play. But I'm behind the net only with that first line. That's just because it's Gretzky. But Lemieux's pretty good at it. Taves pretty good at it also. But Gretzky is just literally the best. Um,
Opening frame set
and the
to get underway.
Gretzky
Hi everyone,
Lemieux
James
combination
Cebulski and Ray
is
Ferraro ready to bring you
is
all the action of
has
this
been
hot
tremendous for
matchup.
me. Um, However, I could see maybe moving Gretzky off of that first line, keeping Lemieux
A
up there,
sight
switching off of
every
behind the
hockey
net,
fan can
and allowing
appreciate. It's a
Lemieux to
clean
really take
sheet of ice,
advantage
and
of
we
his
are
team
about to
outbeat
get
with
underway.
99 accuracy
The
shot on his
Sharks start with
shots. How
possession
did I
as we
lose
are
the
now
face off?
underway.
How happened to me? What are you doing? Why am I
Quick
getting
feed
bunched?
to forward. And that one's picked off in the neutral zone.
Oh my god, do I have a super
Moves
huge
the puck.
delay? Because I
Chicago's
totally
got the puck in
passed
their own end.
that. What is going on?
Sends it out right in front.
Oh,
Right in the low
okay,
slot.
he has a huge delay
Puck
too.
picked
That's
up
cool.
by
So we're
Taves.
both super delayed. Getting ripped
Jostles
like
to
that.
the puck and he loses control. Scooped up along the wall by Brown.
Why did I not? Okay, cool. Thanks for quitting, bud. Um, yeah, I'm gonna look at my network performance. I guess I won't be able to tell his. He had a huge delay that was crazy. Uh, how slow that was to respond on his attempted shot there. Um, and then I was kind of confused as to why he just started to stop playing. But he went with the quit, not even off of the actual timeout and what you call it, whistle. Um, I don't know, maybe he saw my top line and decided he didn't feel like playing. But I mean, like, there's other people out there who have Gretzky and Lemieux also. You don't know which Davis that was. Um, I don't know. So that seemed like a strange thing that just happened there. I think that had more to do with the connection. Um, and I know plenty of particularly hashtag top players tend to check their connections before going into games. Um, again, I don't really care because I'm not really trying to play competitively anyways. Um, and it is since it's not much of a challenge for me to try to compete and beat and play against other players because I'm not any good at the game. Um, Having to kind of deal with intermittent and disparate connection speeds and all that stuff uh, means that this, particularly if I'm aware of it, if I get a chance to check it, after the first intermission in those next two periods, knowing what it is and then potentially making an adjustment, but also, you know, the kind of the more obvious it is, where it either seems like there's no impact at all, and that tends like to usually be a pretty low one, or where it seems like there's a super huge delay. Um, the ones that seem like it's a super huge delay, like that usually is a thing that I can kind of feel within the first period of a 20-minute period game. So as you see, so what I was trying to say, I got bumped down to Div 8, and have not completed my HUD Champs points yet. Oh, and I totally forgot about this. I need to get up to 7 because that was supposed to be plus 40, and it says plus 30. I'd get up to 2K eventually. We'll look back at that in a second. I did complete a pass. That's helpful. Didn't get a chance to block any shots, though. I'm going to look at network. Wow. So there's that. Fair. At least it's not poor, I guess. Yeah, right. I mean, if it's just if those are the only options, red, green, yellow. This is in the middle at yellow. No packet loss, and didn't really vary. That's technically only showing for the last 2 minutes, but yeah, if mine was bad and his was bad, and then let's just check here real quick. 732. You guys only gave me plus 20 on the fan appreciation. You didn't like the my ability to get the guy to quit. Oh, geez. Well, first off, let's not go off of points. Let's go off of the list. And normally I'd go off of minutes played. Actually, let's do that first because that gets to say who he had out there on his first line. So JT Brown, yeah. So this was, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if he's new. I mean, he does have that prime time, which for those that are selling it, he could certainly buy. Um, it's not a current prime time. It was. I know he had one uh, super early on. I can't remember if his base card is a gold 75 for some reason. I'm pretty sure he's actually a silver 73. So this would have been his second inform. Um, I actually like him. He's a pretty good player. And I'm not just saying that because he happens to play for Cleveland and is a another Czech. But yeah, wow. I now I'm kind of wondering if maybe I should have been trying to get. Sometimes I forget that there's another Purbu out there. Um, Maybe I should have been trying to get matched up against him again. Maybe he was looking for one of his friends to give to give some quits to. But to see that happening in Div 8 just would be extremely weird. Extremely weird. I mean, I know it took a long time to get the game off, but I know some people say that if you take more than whatever, I forget if it was 40 seconds or whatever, that you can get matched up against people that are not in your division. Um, I like Hut Rivals is specifically not supposed to do that. 5 more block shots, huh? All right, I think I'm gonna try, especially because I said I was gonna play some Rivals. I want to see Besser in action. It did make me have to use a contract. I'll just do the quick and dirty, as opposed to forcing you to watch me scroll over to the second batch of whatever it is, 10 at a time contracts, just to be able to use a untradeable one. But yeah, I want to see Besser in action for sure. But now I also kind of want to see how Lemieux's doing with that max shot. But admittedly, EP as well, and that was kind of part of what I was saying is, despite despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. Despite basically like the entire year with Gretzky and Lemieux and having them be such so boss and top line guys. Um, Again, it could be another thing where I guess if I thought of it going into it, I would have had a confirmation bias. I'd heard other people say it before I was looking for it and then felt like I was experiencing it, so that could also add it to it. But I think it's just like a general one of those kind of potential biases that I would have had that then could have been making me think that it's even better than it is. However, it definitely does feel like the Gretzky Lemieux combination is, just really solid. Like seems like they both play better on the wings, which obviously makes more sense for Super Mario than it does for Gretzky. But it feels like they play even better when they're on the wings and on opposite wings on the same lines. And again, maybe it's just because it's Gretzky, I do typically look to get him onto behind the net. But especially if I were to keep Besser and keep Thread the Needle out there, I would consider bumping Gretzky down, bumping EP40 up, and switching how line one works. I'm not sure if I'd really go overload or stick to the standard crash the net with those guys. Because those two would both have max slap shot accuracy and max power, max passing.
a stick. 99 ways to score. Has got it now. Great defensive play to come up with the puck. Chicago's got a hold of it along the wall. Near the point.
He's not actually playing. I should be able to. Okay, so he's coming out on aggression and
Sends the pass over.
tight point, huh?
Back at the point, they set it up. Niedermayer's got the puck from the back end. And the
Oh,
puck's broken up.
that was good. The AI really got in there at the exact right time.
Maintains possession. Almost lost the puck, but hangs on here as play continues.
Why can't I go?
99 ways to score. Has got the puck along the wall. Chicago's trying to make something happen in the offensive zone. Picked up along the boards.
How are my guys backing off so
Man,
much?
they've worked the puck around so well on this shift. They've totally worn out the defending
I appreciate
team.
the
Well, two things are going to happen
desire
here.
to
It
stay
seems like they're going to either take a penalty or they're going
active
to
on
give
the
up a
defensive
goal.
side,
This is
but
a great check.
Lundqvist's
wow,
got
there's
the puck
how am I
near the
not
back end.
like how do I not have anybody open? What is going on?
Comes up with the
And I can't.
steal.
I also can't use behind the net if that guy's going
Gets
back
that
like
puck
that.
back on a stick.
Take him off maybe.
Puck lands
Nope.
right back
Try
onto
again.
the blade.
There you go. Good move.
Chicago's going to play the puck
That's
from
nice of
behind
you.
the cage.
I'm sure people are watching this and being like, have seen somebody that's been wide open all the time that I'm just missing.
Control of it now here in the offensive end. Chicago's gained possession along the boards.
Oh, and my guys have made changes, I guess, because Wilson's out there now. He's third liner.
99 ways to score.
The one with the
Ready
puck
to
in
go
the
on
moment.
the attack.
Why is nobody open? What the hell is
Wilson's
going
gonna
on?
play it near the
And
point.
what did you do to lose that, man? No, stop moving him forward.
Chicago's ready to go on
Although
the
he'll
attack.
not get to play against just
Here
four
they
guys.
come on the attack. Let's one go.
He's got some form of Chelios. He's got Parent in goal. And he's got some form of Gretzky. Brindemeyer.
Stamkos has won the faceoff. Shot from the point, and too much traffic in front blocks that one. Grabs it in his own end. The Canucks will play it from the defensive
In
zone.
the form of Cale Makar.
99 ways to score.
Which admittedly could be the
Grabbed along the boards by
I don't
the
know.
board. Fired out in front, and that's
I was gonna say
taken by the
could have been
defense.
the
Chicago's got possession here in the offensive
I'm so way more
Back on the
focused
stick
on
now.
who he's actually got out there
Manages
than
to
I am
hang
like
on.
trying
The
to
Canucks
what the
gain
hell?
possession along the wall.
I hate using
Puck
even
lands
if
back
the guy's
on
not
the
actually
stick.
playing, which is I don't want to like
He
destroy him.
almost lost
He's
it
not
for
out
a
there.
second there, but
But
regains
I'm not going to give
control
him
of
the
the
win
puck.
either.
Kotkaniemi's dragging it along the line. And
Oh,
now
I
it's
don't know what
grabbed
that
by
was.
Tarasenko.
But yeah, I'm paying more attention to like who he actually has on his team than I am which of my guys are actually open.
Here's a short pass to
Jesus,
Lundqvist.
Hayton as well.
99 ways to score. Has got possession here in the neutral zone. And forces a huge turnover here with the
Man, I'm
steal.
playing so bad.
Stays with it. Chicago's grabbed a hold of the puck. The Canucks scoop it up along the boards.
But what I was trying to say is like normally
The
people are
Canucks have a hold
using
of it in the defensive zone.
stick lift there. I don't want to do that.
Blast from the blue line. And
Instead, I'll
that's
just
blocked away.
take hard shots at
Canucks have it
up against my own
against the
guys,
wall.
possibly
Keeps
injure them.
control of the puck after taking a little knock. And that's broken up.
Yeah, so it's weird. He's got tight point
Taken
and
by Hedman.
high aggression, yet he's
Takes
always
the puck and
there
loses control of the puck.
to block any types of passing. Oh, that's bullshit. Definitely should have had a chance at breakaway there.
That concludes the first period. Really, both teams still filling each other out here as we are still
Played the Patriots and me a
scoreless.
Bernie Parent block, of course. For save. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll give him that. Kind of like to see this go into overtime, so he at least gets
As both teams get a breather here
some-
in this first
some
intermission,
points
we'll do the
in case he's
same and get ready
disconnected or
for
whatever.
period number 2.
Where's the so I got a much better connection this time. Oh, that's weird. So he's, I mean, PS Plus player, which he kind of has to be able to play this anyways. But his stuff's not private overall, but his trophies are unavailable. So I don't know if that means he doesn't have any trophies, but that would be basically impossible because he's got an account. And I'm sure you found at least one other thing that, like a set or whatever, that would give him like at least a bronze trophy.
Good job they're doing. They know they've had the puck a lot. They're waiting for the breakthrough.
Play resumes as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone. Niedermayer's lugging the puck. The Canucks ready to go on the attack. 99 ways to score. He's got a hold of it against the wall. Fires it on net. Makes the save.
Well, that was bullshit. I mean, I know I drifted probably more than I should have, but I kind of felt like I had to based off of where they were positioned. But that shot was way too far right considering I was trying to go to top shelf on the left side.
Nice start winning the draw here inside the offensive zone.
Come on.
Chicago's got it now. Moves it around along the half wall. Puck grabbed by Gretzky. Brings the puck into the offensive end now. Puts it to the
What is he? Bastard, what are you doing, dude? Why are you going so slow there?
The Canucks get a hold of the puck in their own end. Picked up along the wall by Pronger. 99 ways to score. Has got the puck along the wall. Chicago's got control of it now here in the offensive end. Gets in
Jeez,
front of
okay.
it.
You know when you're looking for a buddy in a crowded train station? Well, now you got to find a little puck through the bodies there. Good luck to you. Found it.
And he gets the puck right back. Kind of lost control for a second there, but regains possession. 99 ways to score. Has got a hold of it along the wall. Lundqvist got it along the boards.
Dude, what is he using that's got me so confused?
Here's a shot. Stopped by the goaltender. That goes wide.
Like, I'm looking for the edges at the moment, and I'm kind of like right there, but still missing.
Plays it near the point. Beautiful glove stop on that one.
Like, I don't I don't agree that skill zoning is a thing, so that can't really account for it. Whatever his strats are, they seem like they're working on me. 'Cause I thought it was a high aggressive and tight point, but like at times I'm literally just running around just to see like who does and does not come out. And they've had times where he's had 3 guys on me. And now it's only 2, but
From the top of the offensive zone here. And that skips away on a nice defensive deflection. Doughty's taking it from his own end. Intercepted.
oh, he's got the
Chicago's got the puck along the
Wingerly as well.
Here's a chance.
Jeez, Glenn Denny can't even be fast enough to get up there.
Quick feed down low. Centering pass. Finds nothing but air on that shot. Chicago's got it behind the net. The Canucks look to start the transition game.
Even as I'm trying to think about where I can go, he's getting there every time before me. Probably I'm supposed to go to the right, but that's fine.
Ready to go on the attack. Takes the shot, and a beautiful stop by the glove.
Wow. I think I need to send this tape to hashtag top player and have him explain to me what the hell I'm doing wrong here. This is just gross.
With possession along the wall.
Oh, didn't get that pass off. Quick enough this time.
Chicago's got a hold of it against the wall.
Yep.
The Canucks have it from their own end.
Kind of thought that Stamkos with his offensive awareness would have figured out to back off. Flew down, and the other guy was. Like, what is that? There's no way that you're ever turning in the direction of the opponent. Oh, Jesus, that one was right there. They would have let me actually shoot it.
Smothered that in close chance.
Moves the puck along the half wall. Scooped up along the wall by Stamkos. And now he moves it quickly to you.
The one time that it would have been open, I saw it like as I was backing off of it.
40
What
seconds left in the period.
what is Lemieux doing on the ground after
And
that?
down he goes as the puck goes free. And he
Come on,
regains
dude.
control of the puck. Keeps hold of the puck. It's in! It's in! He scores!
Come on.
Well, he got some help from the goaltender.
Oh,
The puck. As he goes to look for
plays
it,
of the year.
shoves it into his own
Plays
net.
of the year.
Well, you want to be on the highlights, do you? You're going to be now. He puts it into his own goal.
Oh, sick. Oh, and then we're gonna get a quit. We're gonna get a quit after that. Come on, man. I don't know if you can hear me during the pause. I don't know if all that was just a test to see how I was doing. Um,
Chicago's going to try to hang on to this lead here in the late goings of this second.
And it's not by back on your heels. It's by being aggressive, by forechecking, play defense in the other team's end.
Play whistle dead because of an offside.
kind of missing how that wasn't offside, but okay.
99 ways to score has been the better team tonight, and they lead as a result late in the second.
I completely disagree with your assessment there, James. I mean, I am definitely leading, but I'm very far from the best team out there.
And that'll do it for period number 2. 1-0 is where we sit after 40 minutes of play.
Play the period is the save. Come on, gotta give me the goal of the month here. Although he is absolutely feeling the burn on that one. Just a nonchalant goal rip snag there on a just absolutely top accuracy shot. So let's see. Okay, so it's not the upgraded Shelley. It is the upgraded Bufflin and Hedman. -2 on the Marchand. Who's his backup would have been Bauer if he'd put him out there.
Welcome back, everyone. He's Ray, I'm James, and we are ready to kickstart this third period. Here we go. Put up a shutout for both teams here in this third period. We are underway.
Okay, so he is actually playing now. This will be interesting to see the change. Because I wasn't gonna just like completely sit there and give it and intentionally go 1-0, but I was just gonna try to run around and see if I could get a better sense of what he's trying to do and what I'm not able to counter with. Like I wasn't gonna be looking to score, but if something got wide open, then might have put a couple on. What is Gretzky? What are you doing, dude? You know that's not what you're supposed to do. You're better than that. And if your screw up leads to a Gretzky goal, that's just wrong in so many different ways.
Niedermayer's got the puck in his own zone. Lemieux's carrying it ahead. Gets the puck back onto his stick. Stops him cold.
Huh. Not sure if I'm feeling that 99 shot accuracy.
Tonight, particularly offensively, as they lead it early in this third period. Back underway, and they take possession here inside the offensive zone.
Well, tried the deflection. He wasn't far enough along. Don't know why he didn't back up. While that was low. Uh-oh.
Let's it go. Makes the save. Chicago's attempt to put more pucks on net.
I was absolutely willing to just take the 1-0 win, preferring it over an OC, but I'm not gonna. Like I said, I was never gonna quit, and I'm not just gonna give him the win either. Thank you. Oh, Besser's got the humble one too. I'm not a fan. So him, and he's on the Canucks as well. That's weird, man. Besser and EP40 have the exact same. Or it looks exactly the same on their sellies. And if you're watching this on the replay and you're like, well, we saw you do the guitar solo with EP40. Yeah, I had to put that silly on there. But I don't. The thing that Besser just did, I don't like. I took it off of EP40. I love Cale Makar, but there's no way that he was there in time for that. He was on that way too quick and easy.
Chicago's got the puck in their own end.
Wow, where the hell did Suzuki just come from? And okay. I was my skates were offside when I touched that. Oh, gross.
Been the better team tonight. They have turned good defense into solid offense, and they lead here in the third. Puck is dropped and play resumes. Takes it across the blue line. Here's a shot. Comes up with the stop.
Thought he was back playing. Is he not back playing now? Because he was. I felt like he should have passed him off.
Chicago's got the edge in the shot department. A big reason why they lead here in this third period. Glendening's won the draw here in the offensive zone. Oh, what a stop! Takes the puck along the boards. Maintains possession. Comes up with the steal.
The Canucks are still in a tight game.
Thought my center was going to get up into the play there.
Their positional play has been outstanding.
Moves the puck inside the offensive zone.
Just try to September move with the September player. That did not work. Very nice, but still no bueno. What's going on there? Of course, the one thing that I need, shot blocks, are the one thing that he's getting against me. Oh, Kuko's okay. Yeah, get up, buddy. No, there wasn't much separation between the two of us, but definitely felt like he had the better angle there. He didn't feel like waiting for the third trailer in the right. Since those have been blocked all night. Jesus, he even knew where I was going to pass, and then my guy got off instead. Come on, man.
The Canucks scoop it up along the boards. Almost lost the puck, but hangs on here as play continues. Pronger's got it in the defensive end. And now it's grabbed by Tarasenko. Chicago's going to play the puck from behind the cage. Puck move behind the net. And tries to make it.
Who is that? Is that Gretzky again? It shouldn't be him because it's not his line. Oh, great. I get him a penalty. Apple cider. Not getting any apples today or any goals. Just decides to rip interference by banging them off. So I was still in the process of shooting and trying to get a rebound goal. It's not my fault. What was that, man?
They've earned the power play. They haven't got anything on their power plays yet. Haven't had a lot of them, but here's a nice chance for them.
And that's blocked.
Almost.
Marchand's lugging the puck. And now he moves it to O'Reilly. And sends it just out of reach. Carries it across the line. Lugs the puck back into the neutral zone.
I thought I had planned that, so I went offside. Time, I guess not. Just once, man. Just once I want to see that massive slap shot power to go with the accuracy. I understand I'm short-handed at the moment, but I actually... Don't wait for this to end so I don't jinx myself here. What is... Okay. How do I have a... That was not the correct lineup. I don't know why I had a lefty on the left there. Still wrong 20. Who is this? What? Fuck is Lundqvist? Oh, because it's killing a penalty, so that... I got to take a little off on that. That's not bad. I thought I did that right, but okay. Yeah, I guess because... But it's... Yeah, I mean, it's Sider who took the penalty, so... He's one of the guys that would normally be out there. There we go. Now we finally got a right-hander out there. Oh, but I didn't realize the penalty was already over, and then he takes one. I was gonna say I've been pretty good at
Pretty cut and dry trip
at
on that play. Coaches will tell you
PK,
be careful with your
being
stick
willing
when you're
to
trying to get the
go on the
puck.
offense
I think
with
a
it.
lot of times they do it intentionally.
Yeah, so I was gonna say that Wingerly, I'm guessing,
Chicago's
is
man
a
advantage unit will take
is
to
the
the ice
boost
for the
that
first
came
time
out.
tonight.
The
Here's their
young
first
stars.
power play of the night,
I'd
James.
imagine he's not
They
playing as a
can
silver
be
player.
patient on it. They want to get the good shot, not just start firing
Come on.
puck after puck at the net.
Works it across to Lindholm. Passes it over to Doughty. And
Well, it's a
that's
good pass
out
to
of
Doughty.
reach
It'd be
and
nice if he
out
was
of the
actually
offensive
outside at the
zone.
time.
Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. And the puck leaves the offensive zone. They'll be forced to tag up. Here's a chance.
There's a goal.
2-0.
What are you doing?
What a large stop here. Enormous moments of the game.
Spectacular. Drives it to the front of the net.
Oh my God.
Off the crossbar. My goodness. He
Well, he gets an assist at least.
The power play comes through. They move the puck nicely, and they're able to capitalize on the extra man.
I think that's his first point for the team.
I think the goalie whiffs on this. He looks like he wants to get a stick on it. It's low on that side, but he doesn't make the stop.
Oh, and I was like, why are they so stoked
99
for
ways to score.
the
Having a lot
third
of
goal
fun
in
out there
the
tonight,
3-0
Ray, I can
game?
imagine
But
it's
it's
a
the end of the
different
game.
story
Might get
on
some
the
fan
other side of the
appreciation
bench.
points for
Half
that.
the guys out here are having fun. The other half, this game can't end quick enough.
Muslin's got it against the boards. It's deep inside the offensive zone. Edmonds taking it from his own end. Picked up along the boards by Gretzky. Gretzky's got it in the offensive zone. The Canucks
Really,
take
that pass
possession
won't
in
go
their own
through?
end.
Come on. Keep the shit out of me.
Chicago's got possession here in the offensive zone. Turns it away.
It's such perfect possession or position, and then I understand he was getting a little bit of push from his right side, but come on.
Big time here in the late stages of this
Just didn't
third
get
period.
picked off, I guess, huh?
Play resumes as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone.
Oh, so close for Wilson on the deflection.
And there it is.
Good game, bud.
From a team standpoint,
Pretty solid for skill going. And AFK.
So good to play when your goaltender is that confident. You know that if you give up a chance,
We're gonna give play the game to McKenzie on the shutout.
he was terrific tonight.
And that'll do it for Ray Ferraro. I'm James Cebulski. Thank you.
He did have 3 shots in the third period, and then they got to a total. But always interesting when they give a shutout as the play of the game, and they only block 1 shot. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that Selly. Besser's going to stick around. He's going to need a different Selly. Another 770. Get any? Didn't even tell me from there. Did I get any blocks at all? Didn't feel like it. No. Alrighty. The performance was still. It wasn't. It got worse as it went on, but not as bad. Oh, I didn't check the coins, but I'm sure it's 700. Another still reroll to do here. Where are my coins at, yo? No, like for real, where's the coins? That was like nine. I think it was like 900 points. I thought it was 305,284. So it'd be 800 and almost 850 points. Right, 850 coins, which is I know early on it felt like a lot of online games I was playing I was getting close to a grand, but lately it feels like when I do well it's close to like 700. When I don't, it's sometimes all the way down to 300. There's Kale McCarr. Probably not the version that I just faced, but that's okay. Jeez, if I get that'd be kind of. I know it's early. I get that. That's a very low number of points for diamond. Um, it does absolutely suck that my rewards are not good this week. I actually don't. I don't. I don't know if I've seen a jumbo NHL players pack. I'm sure they've been in the Hut Champs stuff. Maybe even in comp seasons. Again, I've never been good enough to get those in the few comp seasons that I played before those went away. And I guess we're getting one back that's just not icons. Um, so I mean, they probably listed those as options for Hot Champs, but again, I've never qualified this year. And how far? Jeez, I'm far. How did I lose? I have no idea how I lost so much. I mean, admittedly, part of that was at the end. I was just playing just to try to get my points. I was still like 4,000 shy, um, quote unquote today, like in the last 24 hours as the season was ending, to try to get up to diamond. Um, and clearly didn't get it. But part of that was like being okay with like whatever RP I was gonna get if I wasn't gonna be able to win the game. There were a couple where I just kind of just walked away. Um, Similar to kind of like what I just faced there, but I didn't usually do it just to start the game. Although I did start some games AFK because I was doing other stuff, and then looked to try to come back later, and that didn't always work either. So yeah, it became pretty clear as I tried to pretty much find a way to get 4,000 RP in the final hour that was not going to work. Um, and it looks like those losses just kind of added up enough to give me a lot of lost points from a divisional perspective, which is crazy. What the fuck is this?
It's a showdown that's about to go down. Hi, everyone. James Cebulski, Ray Ferraro. Puck drop just moments away here in this hot matchup. Centers glide into position for the opening draw.
Oh, I forgot Carl. Oh, Jesus.
The Capitals take
Forgot
possession
EK,
here on the opening draw, and we are underway.
Whoa,
And he easily
good.
stops
Not
that
a good
one.
start. EK60 had a good game. Gonna see probably a primetime tomorrow.
Taves has it in their own end. Takes the feed. Over the line they come. Here's an odd man rush. Rips it. What a stop. Whiffs on that.
Oof.
Taves wins it in the offensive zone. Hammers one from the point. Oh, what a close save. Passes over to Kane. Along the half wall with the puck. Takes a shot, and that one's turned away. Puck grabbed by Niedermeyer. Gretzky's moving the puck through his own zone. On the attack along the boards. And that goes off a player in front.
Love how Sider and Lemieux both took shots there. And Lemieux was slightly delayed from behind Siders, who was the one who took the actual shot. So it could have been like a double donger that would have actually worked, but it didn't. Is that, okay, that's also Taves. I thought that was fucking Tavares. I was like, there's no way that he's going to get there in time. I don't know what the fuck that nonsense would be blockers for. Or how my Taves just got that shot off of the guy on him.
99 ways to score. Has got a hold of it along the wall. They've got the defense outnumbered.
Oh, come on. What are you shooting in the fucking middle with him? God damn it. That was a perfectly played, perfectly placed short side wrister. The guy who's got mashed right now with these boosts. That's fucking nonsense. And then there's a guy directly in front of me that I passed to, and for some reason he decides to pass off to the right, further right than even where the defender was. I would have preferred that went right to the defender and they just went right back onto their puck possession, but I never gave it a want.
Carries it in. The Capitals have a hold of it in the defensive zone. Puck picked up by Silverberg. Chelios takes the puck. Here's a shot. Oh,
Jesus, he was in a perfect position for that.
And he loses both the puck and his balance after that hit. Sends it deep inside the offensive zone.
I wasn't even looking. How the hell did that get on net? That actually totally screwed, and then defense gets out of position and they score. Wow. And whoever that was, is that Niedermeyer? Looked like he had a, oh my god. This is who I'm playing right now? He's getting destroyed by?
Really quick puck movement always helps when you've got the extra man. The defenders just don't catch up to it and it ends up in the net.
Yeah, Niedermeyer, I guess he didn't, I mean, he had a very slight piece of that, I guess, but clearly not enough. Pretty disappointing.
The Capitals
Getting
finally
killed
open
by
the
a
scoring here in
silver
this
team
one.
here. I don't know what's going on. These guys are way quicker than my guys, and my guys are 99 speed. It's a bit confusing.
Looking to make something happen along the boards. And that one's broken up by a great defensive play.
Okay, well, 2-0. Nice job. Why did you not put the on there? And I should have got one of my 5 needed block shots, and I didn't think that's what he was going to do. Just a 3-0, no big deal. Won't be able to score. He literally can't get a shot off. It's fun. Again with this bullshit? I feel like this stuff was bad before, but it's gotten way worse this week, and I have no idea why, and I am not here for it. fuck this
Let's see
nonsense.
what the call is. Kotkaniemi's going off for
Like, hopefully the
interference.
replay will show this. I shot. It was basically a continuation of the shot that they decided to go in and to hit. It was like almost instantaneously afterwards. Now, as far as the way it showed, it looks like I shot and then hit him, and probably did press the button twice. But fuck that. Like, I had a guy that was right in position for the rebound. That's why I was doing that.
Lemieux's got it on the offensive end.
Muse, suddenly
Lemieux's
the
gonna
slowest
play
player in
against
the
the
league?
half wall.
How does that work? I'm not
That one's broken up by a
confused.
great defensive play. Moves it quickly over to Kane. Kane's got it along the wing. The Capitals get a hold of the
Sorry,
puck
Stretch,
along
get the fuck out of my way. I'm trying to get
Knocked away.
the block off with Shelley.
Loses possession after he takes a little hit. An attempt to clear the puck from deep inside his own end.
I got tripped after I passed that, but okay, that's fine. I guess that's not a penalty. Just do this instead.
Scores. Going to be able to kill a few
Or
seconds off now
get
with the
ripped.
puck.
I'm not sure if he used a stick
Let's it go. And there's the
lift
save.
there.
Solid effort by the penalty killing unit.
Who the, from you, who the fuck are you passing to?
Denies him with the save.
Pretty hard to have a more low-intensity power play than that. They really didn't
Oh my god, if I knew he was going to go down, I would have waited. The first time he's done that, takes the perfect time, and he does it in a way that keeps my guy off. Yeah, that's a nice job, Stanley.
And icing waved off on this one.
really good house.
Thanks, bud.
I thought they were going to run out of time here, James. This is a terrific time to strike here. Now you carry over the intermission. You come out for the next period feeling really good about yourself. If you're the goalie here, you just want to move as quick as you can. Maybe it'll hit you, but it's so close to the net that pass is on the tape and off the tape in a hurry.
Feels like a decision that he should be regretting doing. No, I would be. Don't have a lot of goals so far with Kotkaniemi, but he was in the fourth line. Haven't had a chance to play that many competitive online games since coming on. So play the period is going to be this series. That one. Really? The one where didn't move his glove until the puck was in it and then just secured it. I don't think spectacular is the proper word for that. Kind of an abuse of the word
40 minutes of
spectacular.
regulation still to play. We're looking forward to it. Hopefully you are too.
How do I... It doesn't show it here either, does it? Block shots. No. I already want to show a timer on a thing that's not only a milestone, but
And we
also
are just
a
moments
weekly
away from the
objective,
start of
sometimes
period
a
number
daily
2.
objective. I don't remember version I'd be on pretty cool. Maybe he just happens to have like a silver, like with McKinnis, yeah, he's not bad. Maybe he just has like a silver, like backline, like, it happened to be the ones that were on the ice, and he ripped me.
There's another stop.
Nice work in there after the first stop. They're still shoving long after the whistle's gone here. Somebody
Dude, I
wants
will
to go.
absolutely go Silverberg versus...
We're still in the early stages of this period. It's all tied up. Bergeron's won the draw. Puck scooped up by McKinnis. And he stands tall in goal. Nice start winning the draw here
What?
inside the offensive zone. And the lane's clogged up blocking that. Forces the turnover, comes up with the puck.
Get the
And that one's
fuck
ripped
out of
off
here,
in the
man.
neutral zone. Great hand-eye coordination as he gets the puck back. Blocker saved by the goalkeeper. Quick feed to Silverberg. Now
What
quick
is
pass
going
to
on?
Bergeron. Just slide to the net.
What do you... Dude,
Chicago's got a hold
maybe
of it
on an
against the
open...
wall. Now over to Taves.
I'm
Taves
so
sitting up
confused.
against the wall. Hangs onto the puck.
What,
And
like,
that slides right out to center ice.
no joke, what do you... And then, awesome.
Taken
Thanks,
along
Kelly.
the wall by Chelios. Here they come on the attack.
Oh my God.
Guy's in a dangerous spot. He makes a good save here.
And that's taken by the defense.
Easy. Okay.
Great time, and you come up with the interception. Back on a stick now.
Come on,
Scooped
dude.
up along the wall by Pedersen. And now it's grabbed by Taves.
Oh, I thought he was
Huge
gonna.
steal at his own end. The Capitals take over on possession.
Sucks.
99 ways to score. Gain possession along the boards.
My guys are like
Taken by Downey.
nowhere close to their correct positions
Back by
anymore.
Bobrovsky. Goalie plays it
And
up.
Lorenz with no
Brings the
durability.
puck
He
into the
just
offensive
stay down
end
on the
now.
ice for this
Off
entire game.
target. Picked up along the boards by Glendening. Look out, a 2-on-1. And that's picked off.
I'm
Slides it
so
diagonally
confused
to
by what
Carey.
happened there. That's okay for
Can't
what I'm
get a
saying.
hold of that pass. We get a whistle, and they'll do it all over at the other end.
Yeah, of course, the team that iced the puck isn't able to change players. A rule put in a couple of seasons ago.
Past the midway mark of the frame, James and Ray with you tonight. We are all tied up in this one. Puck picked up by Niedermeyer. Sends it down low. Looks to set up along the point. And now he angles it across to Niedermeyer. A howitzer! That goes wide. Grabbed along the boards by Lafleur. Here's a chance out front. Stopped by the goaltender. Just can't complete that pass.
Oh, he's got the right play in
Jesus.
mind. He just doesn't execute the final pass.
He must be initiating these net battles because that's like the fourth one
Nice
he's
save
had.
by the keeper to trap that puck
And
to
it's
his
always like
chest.
a really
The
smart
Capitals
decision to
gain
do it
control
too.
of the puck against the wall. Niedermeyer's gaining momentum. There's the whistle from the linesman calling an offside.
Saw him offside, and I don't know why I thought that he was smart enough to be able to get back before I went up. 'Cause that was kind of, I needed that momentum to be able to have any shot at it.
Face off
transition
here in the
play there.
neutral zone, and we are back underway. And the puck departs the zone. There's the
I mean, it'd
whistle.
be somewhat helpful if my guy didn't go for a line change as I'm passing to him, but whatever. These things happen. Like, we had just taken a face-off, like,
We are back underway.
and he didn't have the puck or do anything before going off.
Here's a shot. Scores! And the deadlock is broken.
Well, what a crush.
I used to love that. That was the first one that I put on. I used to love that. If he even quits, like, you can quit if you want to, but oh, and it's not even saving. It's not even recording. It did the save. What's going on here? Probably just changing his stuff. So I'm gonna let this play afterwards. This used to be my favorite celebration, just because I liked it so much in ones last year that I played a bunch of in the first month. See if they'll show it. They should show it, even though he cut, because we're only just playing here right now. People I'm sure have seen it so many times, but I love how this particular one is far enough over with up into this thing. Come on, quit cutting it off, man. That's not cool. Try not to go to the right. There you go. Oh, we can kind of go. Throws it up into the stands, and then during the team celebration, he suddenly has it right back in the same. It's kind of funny.
Here as you get into the middle frame, and now you have a chance to control maybe the way the game's played.
Dumps it into the other end. Moves the puck along the half wall. He almost lost it for a second there, but regains control of the puck. Chelios gains the zone. Sends it across.
Really, he's there for that block too.
Manages to hang on.
Chelios, please get back. Oh, like he's finding the message, you know?
And the linesman calls
Very,
it a
very
sing on the
helpful for
play.
me because Chelios was not going to get back in time. Doesn't have the acceleration for that.
Here in the later stages of this period, Chicago's been the better-looking team over the last few minutes. They'd love to build on this one-goal lead. Play resumes here
That
as
is
it wins
a
the draw
very true
inside
statement.
the
I
offensive
completely agree
zone.
with you. I would love to build on this one goal lead.
Just wide.
Man,
Picked up along
I'm
the
not sure
wall by
I'm
Downey.
liking this additional
From off the boards, takes the feed inside
accuracy
the
because
zone.
it's getting me
Stays
thinking that
with
he's going
it,
to be able to
and he
just
gets
kind
the
of
puck right back. Denied by the blocker. The Capitals gain possession along the wall.
do it on anything, no matter how much power I put on it.
99 ways to score.
So I'm
Looking
going
to
to try.
break out of their own
Got no
end.
speed left.
Here's a
Jesus, even that? Come on.
The Capitals scoop it up along the boards.
That was fucking nonsense. If he even has a chance to get in.
Horn sounds to end
Because
the
instead
second
of
period.
going for the
2-1 is
hit
where
on the
we
guy
sit
with the
after 40
puck,
minutes of play.
Taves went for the guy next to him that wasn't really that next to him. It was kind of insane. So once I actually do the repeat play of the period, I'm going to get to see the club going to the stands again. Absolutely would be the... Oops, not that. Don't... Absolutely would be the... I'll be right up there for a thought.
Welcome back, everyone. Both teams lined up at center ice, and we are ready to get this third period underway. A moment of truth for one team. Here we go. Third period is underway. The Capitals have it from their own
You
end.
didn't trip me there? Okay.
Niedermayer's got it in the defensive
Literally
end.
just setting you up only for you to trip me.
Lemieux's
That's
carrying
fine.
it ahead.
Got one.
They've got
Like,
numbers.
what the...
Knocked away.
Going anyways. I mean, what the fuck was that?
Puck behind the net. And now it's over
And
to
how is
Niedermayer.
that pass going down to my defender as opposed to the wide open forward right in front of the net?
Here's a short pass to
Oh my
Lemieux.
god.
There's the whistle. Offside is the call. Stopping the play.
Hashtag retarded AI.
99 ways to score has turned good defense into good offense as they lead it early in this third period. Lundqvist won the draw here in the neutral zone.
Again, and it's EP doing this. What is going on there? I'm pretty sure I
Takes it
checked
across
my...
the blue line.
Oh shit.
Slides it across. You'll need more than that to beat him. Denies him again. Slides the puck across to Lundqvist. Right in the open ice. That one's picked off. Kind of lost control for a second there, but regains possession. Chicago's got the puck.
Buster, go up,
Here's
dude.
a chance. Sends it over.
Almost had it.
Glove stop on
Almost
that
had it
one.
first. And then my guy's blocking me from being able to
Carries
get
it
back
across
on.
the
Dude, these
line.
are fun things that I like to see.
The Capitals going to work on offense.
Whoa, I thought I had the puck here. What's going
Looking
on?
to make something happen in the offensive zone. Here he is, wristed on net. Misses.
What the fuck is
That
going
fell
on?
on its stick like a platter, and he still cued it wide.
And here's the pass to Besser.
Of course, he had to bump into the thing, the boards, so he doesn't have
Settles things down and gets control of it once
proper
again.
speed. Can I... Okay.
Takes the pass. 99 ways to score. Has got the puck inside the defensive zone. Chicago's got the puck here in the open ice. Blocked in traffic. From the back of the cage with the puck.
Oh
And
my
it's
god,
picked
Billy
off in
Krug.
front.
Just do... Oh my god. That, please, thank you.
Gains control of the puck here at the line. Back to the blue line. Hammers the shot. Turns it aside. Another stop by the goaltender.
How,
Bobrovsky's
why would
able
you
to
give
get
me
out and make
him?
the save on that
I don't want to
grade A
beat you.
chance.
Brassard's got the puck.
And why is Ren's playing defense right now? This is...
Chicago's
Everything's
got
else
the
screwy.
puck along the wall. Morenz moves it into the attacking end. And the puck leaves the zone going back to center ice. Puck scooped up by Morenz. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Glendening. Great chance in front.
That was
The
stupid.
Capitals get
I
away
just
with
like...
the puck along the boards.
I just didn't think that Glendening had the
Into the offensive
juice
end
and the
now.
speed to
Chicago's
make
ready
the
to
play
go on
that
the
needed to be
attack.
made there. So I went with the other one
And now
instead.
it's grabbed by Stevenson. Good heads-up play in the defensive zone. Taken by Kotkaniemi.
Okay.
And he'll take a moment to regroup back at center. 99 ways to score. He's got control of the puck. And he says no! He scores!
That was fun.
Jonathan
One sec.
Taves!
I have to quick saved off and last one.
That's a pretty big blunder in the defensive zone. It cost them a goal there.
In the final moments of this period, Chicago's got a 2-goal lead. They'd love to build on it. Bergeron's one possession.
Chicago goal scored by number 19.
Picks off the pass. Puck grabbed by Lemieux.
15 minutes, 43 seconds.
Nice pass. Over the line they come.
It's a great way to protect the lead, get it deep into the offensive zone, and try and run around on the forecheck a little bit. Kill the clock when you can.
Play whistle dead because of an offside. Chicago's offense, the story tonight as they lead it here in this third period. This neutral zone face-off set to go, and we are back underway. And too much traffic in front blocks that one. Denied by the goaltender. Carries it in. Big play inside the defensive zone. And he moves it up to Gretzky.
Don't touch it. Oh my God, you idiot. What the fuck?
Just outside the blue line.
We give credit to that one on the improvements to puck pickups in NHL 20. Don't allow you when you're controlling time to be like, no, don't pick that puck up. You just didn't want that.
Less than a minute to go now here in regulation.
Jesus, the way he's been playing all day, I thought that was going to be essentially perfectly timed.
Got it in the neutral zone. Can't connect.
Wow. Okay.
The Capitals have it against the wall. Forces the turnover and cuts up with the puck. Denied by the goaltender. And that's blocked away. 33 seconds to go. 30 seconds left. Just a half minute to go.
Wait, okay. They gave me Besser there? I thought that I had still had Pettersson.
Snaps it onto the net. Beautiful stop with the stick.
One more shot.
On the attack. Lets it go. Blocker saved by the goalkeeper.
Dude, get these into a fight.
Chicago's not far from the finish line here as they
Only
lead it late in
two-thirds
this
of
third.
the Gordie Howe hat trick. Not even the millennial version, the
Stamkos
regular
has
one.
won the face-off. And that goes off the player
Jesus,
in
come
front.
on.
And it is all
That's a dub.
over with this one. Puck possession, the
That-
name of the game in this one tonight, Ray.
Really good job. They had the puck, they kept the puck, and when they didn't have a play, they seemed to put it into a place where they were going to get it next. They controlled the play and therefore controlled the game.
In the meantime and in between time, he's Ray. I'm James. Good night.
All right, so we did get 2 of the 5 block shots that we needed. Um, I don't really remember him winning half of the faceoffs. I know there were a couple where I clicked the wrong button or whatever, but also kind of interesting that all 3 of my goal scorers had no assists. Although I think only the look at game stats. I don't mess this up, but so yeah, I got no idea there because at least one of those did one of them didn't have any. I forget which one it was. Also, 770 points I thought was what it said I needed to get diamond. This one's always kind of messed up. Where the apparently, I'm able to know this without actually being in Div 1. 8780 RP is actually the requirement at the moment to get diamond in Div 1. And the network performance is fine on that one, right? They say good at 30. I don't know if I'd say 30 is good, but if it's only good, fair, or poor, I guess you can't really call it fair. But yeah, usually they're like at least like 24K above. Oh my god, I need 70 for diamond. I feel like I got to do it. As long as we have a break. Get into this energy glossary. So what was that front presence? I thought I had at least one person who had that. Did I list this one off? I don't know. I guess not. 3 balance, hand-eye strength, offense awareness. I think there's at least one person with deke, so I said that it was just deking, puck control, and agility. Don't remember. Called out arm day is not having that. But again, as far as impacting anything with shots, number 1, it's only a +2, but it's shot power and it's slap shot power. Strength, body checking, and defense awareness definitely feels more like the type of thing that you look for from your defenders, despite the fact that the highest overall rated player that began the year with his basic card being an 80 is actually a prominent forward who doesn't really do much on defense. And then here's that rock solid +3 to body checking, endurance, discipline, and durability. So yeah, thread the needle is the only one that's really doing anything for shot accuracy. And I mean, I'm not discounting that it's +3 for both shot accuracies and passing. And I'm liking what it looks like for now as far as helpfulness. Even though I don't know, so far it doesn't seem like I'm feeling a ton of it. I don't know. At the same time, I should probably have X Factor back on if I could, even though none of these top players besides Gretzky have it. Wingman, if activated, would give an additional +2 to wrist shot accuracy, but again, only for the players that have that, and pretty much no one has Wingman and Thread the Needle. But as what I'm just pointing out, the other ones that have any boost to shot accuracy, or we'll just call it shot power as well. Breakout Master giving you shot power, and then obviously the X factors I said for speed, but also gives you agility, slap, and wrist shot power +2 across the board. Was clearly the first one I went after. Blue line +2 to slap shot accuracy, puck control, shot blocking, and offensive awareness. Heavy hitter is active still on my team, +4 body checking strength and defense awareness. And then I already said net front presence is balance, hand-eye strength, and offense awareness. Seems like the kind of thing that could definitely definitely help out with those guys that are going to the net. Again, these are the five team ones. So I already pointed these out. As far as shots go, one-timer efficiencies +3 to slap shot power. And that is it. There's no other boost at the moment um, for shots. So it's going to be interesting. I Part of my prediction for what this event was going to be were not young stars at all, and was going to be snipers, um, and that they would come with some sort of boost for their shots. And I don't know. I guess maybe it wouldn't necessarily be the best because you'd think as a sniper shot power, but the reality is like a sniper from like a um, you know out, I was about to say outside of sports, but like there's various forms of shooting, like skeet shooting, as well as archery that are not only considered sports but are Olympic sports for that matter. So that doesn't fucking work. But um, those types of things that I just mentioned, that type of sniper um, definitely feels like I don't know, like there's probably a powerful connotation as far as like specifically what I was referring to when suggesting the event as American Sniper, and reference to the movie of that name featuring Bradley Cooper about the in real life soldier. I was about to say something, and that would have been a spoiler alert for the end of the movie. Even though it's been out for quite some time, and he's an actual person, so it shouldn't be that difficult to know what ended up happening. However, I won't do that, and just say that yeah, I guess I could see that. I mean, it's if you're um, in any sort of like active I have no experience at all in this. I mean, so this could be way off. I've never um, I've been a civilian my entire life, and I at this point don't see how that would change, especially based on my age. I don't the things that I'm talking about now, where I'm assuming and making assumptions as to like kind of the minimum requirements that you'd have to have for being an active role. Uh, um, Position, um, yeah, are not exactly the things that you look at my age, and I don't have those now. But point being, the assumption that at least I would make, and maybe others do too, that those that are in, um, in action are not necessarily going to be, um, like original movie, or maybe even the sequel. I didn't watch any of them, but like I don't know, I'm just using this as an example, like Harry Potter. Now, um, Daniel, present day, all the trying to sex up his image on the stuff that he's been doing since then, as well as quote unquote more interesting work, is I haven't taken a, no pun intended, hard look at it, but I would assume he's definitely uh, bigger or more jacked than I am, even if he may be a little bit smaller than I am, as far as his height. Sorry, shorter. That's what I meant. But point being, like you're not like teenage Harry Potter, as an average person that's getting into those types of roles, and so there could be just that kind of normal assumption that those guys are um, sort of chock full of strength. And I'm not saying that they're not, um, but I am saying that at least as far as a sniper is concerned, and particularly kind of some of the best ones that you would look for in that. And I understand that I'm talking about things such as war, which is and always is an atrocity. I say the atrocities of war, the the whole thing of war is an atrocity as far as I'm concerned. If I can say that without disparaging those that either by choice or not have or are participating in it. And um, it's whatever. If I could take the if that makes any sense. I don't want to get too much more into that, but it's like if you could kind of take um, the overall notion and whatever away from the fact that um, I don't feel the need to be like, hey, war is evil, therefore anyone who's ever participated in it, again, by choice or not, is therefore also evil and the worst people in the world. Like that's I don't equate it that way. I think it's a false equivalence. However, um, part of what I was saying is like if you're a sniper and you're looking for somebody to be like good at that, they certainly could be a strong person. I think that you would probably pretty rarely refer to that person as a brute, um, which would suggest brute strength. I think you're looking more for their ability to be accurate. Because whether you're, I don't know what the shortest distance would be, whether you're, at a relatively short distance or whether you're, like in that movie, which we've been told that at least a portion of that stuff was, taken from some of his actual numbers in real life. Yeah, you're that far away with sort of that high of stakes. Um, you know, it's I don't know. It's like you got to be accurate. You know what I mean? So when I was initially saying that, I was like, well, I guess it wouldn't make a ton of sense to do that, right now because the whole sniper event with the boosts to shot stats because you'd think sniper you got to make it shot power, probably slap versus wrist. Um, but now I've not only talked myself out of it having to be power, I think accuracy would actually be better if you had to choose one or the other, and also to the point of thinking like it almost would makes more sense for it to be wrist shot accuracy more so than slap shot accuracy, um, which I guess now that I said that doesn't completely hold up because again, um, I think that you'd probably look more for the term of if you're still using gunplay or whatever, the term of like an assassin as far as being accurate, up close, as opposed to from far away. I guess more slapshot accuracy, but so then much like thread the needle does in general, like why not just a boost to both shot accuracies? I would be totally cool with that. Um, so I could get back on board with trying to suggest that as the next event. Um, However, I assumed that that would have come, whereas the last event came with heavy hitter as the addition, and mm, that's the only, yeah, that's the only synergy that's actually been added so far, um, which is kind of strange. I mean, this event was basically endurance and do your deeks, and yet not all of them, and actually very few of them actually had either for the boys or do your deeks. Um, for the boys being the main impact to endurance clearly for your whole team, and then do your deeks being the one that gives you +3 to deking, puck control, and agility, all hand deafness stats. So in that sense, maybe they felt like they didn't need to do a different one for it. I don't know, but I was kind of assuming that there would have also been an additional synergy added, and that much like the heavy hitters event where every player that has it has a +2 and it only needs 4 to be activated. So you really only need your loner plus one extra player, in order to get the thing activated, and then have any other players that you add on that also get to benefit from that style being activated. I thought that there'd be something added with that event, and I thought it'd be like either fine shooting or sharp shooting. Um, could have also been PP, which was passing playmaker, and then there was a second PP added, and they might have changed it to like 1P or something last year. I forget exactly how that worked. So those are my guesses, all of which have been wrong so far. I got 13 minutes until my next reroll. It's only 100 rival points. I basically can get that from what the hell? What is he gonna even let me look at this? Why are HUT Champ rewards? How do, no, top 100, please. Okay, just load. Thank you, Gren. Um. Well, I mean, top 100. Obviously, there's gonna be 100 people in, right? I mean, I could have clicked the other button and as opposed to sliding down. Um. But these guys just had. It was just processed just now. It's 5 a.m. Wednesday morning, Central Time, which means it's 3 a.m. Pacific Time, which feels like it's off by an hour, like an hour later than it should have been. I mean, the hell do I know? Never played HUT Champs this year. Padre lost 3 and an OTL. Didn't pick up a bunch of. I mean, he finished 55th, but I mean, he's top player. Played all 20 games. 5% DNF. Um, could go into the recent games from and see what that's about, but um, seems like he wasn't able to get her done this week over here on the PlayStation side. Pens at just outside top 25. That probably made a difference. And hopefully, it'll let me look at the awards. Probably made a little bit of a difference in terms of what he gets, being that 1 point off. It says round. So if I switch to overall, it's gonna make a difference. Just kind of double checking here. Oh, this one gives did not finish wins and a bunch of stats. Gives you GF and GA. That's interesting. An average GF and average. Wow, what the hell? How is this new? Average win margin. This is crazy. Like these are better. These are way better stats than you even get for yourself at the end of a game. And even though I was doing all that for Pens and Mivian's was right above him, I wasn't actually looking at that though. But how much more? Okay, there's a few more over here. So who's? Yeah, so none of the. I don't know this person, but they finished ranked 14, 69 block shots, and then it looks like it starts to get kind of in the 60s from there with some others as well. Oh, no, nobody else in the really top 50 until you get down to 55. I was just kind of curious who's focusing on block shots and if they're ending up as one of the best. So not a lot of shutouts. Well, I was gonna say not a lot of shutouts on the top end, but then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you got 7 of the top 7 as far as shutouts, and actually you gotta go even further down. Doesn't help the numbers though, so we'll just stay at 7. Or you could say because it's 6, that all these guys are tied for sixth. So from the top six, there's three players in the there's four players in the top 11, three players in the top 10 as far as shutouts go. So that seems like something that can help. Gren also getting the most penalty shot attempts and missed one of them. Whoever this guy is seems like he's got so far the ones we looked at, which is only shutouts. Um, not much else. He seems like he's got some of the best stats. He also has a fair amount of pass attempts per game, and I I got to imagine, and sorry, this is going to be the data analyst of me is gonna jump out here for half a second. It says per game. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that that's not converted into a per 60 number. So there could definitely be an impact here where particularly the top players, the players who are actually good at the game, the ones that aren't cheating, etc., are not going to end up always feeling the need to play out the whole game. If it seems like just a sort of an insurmountable lead at some point, they're not going to force the other person who I'm not saying it's duplicitous in any way because they might be either friendly or whatever, but it's at those levels in this game and in a couple other games also, it's just kind of considered part of like the common courtesy. Um, and if you're like, well, that if you want to try to equate that to bro culture or something that's not considered as much of like on an intellectual level, like, nah, fuck, that doesn't work, because the probably the biggest example where that's used and has been used forever is in chess. So I'm not saying you can't be a bro and you can't be part of that to be any good at chess, but I don't think like anyone would be looking at least when he was younger, Bobby Fischer as like that's a model of a huge dude who's totally a bro and is clearly you know whatever. Doesn't exactly strike you as the type that would um, joining a frat in college. Uh, One timer percentage, really? That's insane. How the and the guy got 21st at a pretty goddamn high one too, and that's was 68. Definitely feels like that might have been, well, maybe not because he's got 31.2 breakaway per. Oh, that's only the ones that he potted. Yeah, so he only had 5 breakaway goals compared to 68 one timers. So I mean, less than Gaelic Goat, who 48-0 differential, as opposed to this guy who's like a bit more balanced, if you will. Um, but 40% of your one timers, I don't even I didn't even know that they tracked any of this shit in the game. I'm actually I think it's cool and it's really it's exciting to see, but I also have I would have no idea how they would even go about calculating that. Like in the terrible games that you've seen me play so far on the stream here tonight, um, like if I go to, oh, I didn't even know that Dangles finished 12th. 34.1 I think is still. Well, let's see as we scroll down. It seems like yeah, a lot of guys capable of getting it close to 30. I mean, closer you can get to to 1 out of 3, pretty solid. Nobody nobody under 18.9. Only four guys in the top 100 under 20%. Um, So, and Pens is close to one of them. 20.1. He did have 37 of them though, and he also put home two out of. It's really surprising he only had that many breakaway attempts, but it's fine. Two out of 8 breakaway goals that he managed to put in. Um, especially because a lot of these guys, and I'm not going to be like, well, you know, finishing 26th here, he's the one of the um, biggest whatever, like whatever. It would sound like I'd be making but it doesn't matter. The point is like these guys can do the one-handed tucks like constantly, like, and they're almost guarantees. So I don't know if this is for him like literally had 8 uh you know true breakaways and attempted the one-handed tuck and just like somehow messed it up and only got 2 of them in, but it doesn't seem that way. But more than that was that he's at the low end for the one-timer percentage, despite having 37 of them go in. So clearly trying quite a bit because you got to multiply that by 4. He had almost um, he had over 130. I mean, it's 20 games played, but over 130 one-timers attempted. But point being, these guys are um, almost every single person in the top 100 of this event uh, was knocking in 1 out of every 5 one-timers that they attempted. And I was trying to make this point, but I don't know if I got it off, which was just that I don't know how they calculate this, and where you saw me a ton of times, even when the other person wasn't even playing, and it was basically just playing against his 4, would be skill zoning AI teammate opponents, whatever. For me, I had plenty of times where like I was at least trying to get a pass over to somebody and was I guess could be considered a one-timer attempt, particularly in the times where my guy actually took a swing and a miss, even if the puck came nowhere near him. I don't know if they would count that as an attempt and therefore would bring down your percentage. I couldn't tell you because again I have no idea how this stuff is calculated. Um, yeah, okay, so I'm tired. I'm more tired than I thought I was because I was like, wait, how many did he have to take to get 62.5 with 5 in? It's 5/8. So I don't know how in the world I missed that. Um, those seem like pretty good numbers. If you're, it seems like if you're putting in half your breakaways, good shot there. Who's winning? Winning faceoffs. So this guy, 63.2, 189 and 110. That's again. That seems like a lot of faceoffs in 20 games. But I think that yeah. Let's look at the. No, that doesn't help. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I wanted to look at that as opposed to percentage. So huh. It doesn't seem like without looking at their actual performances, and I would compare this with the DNF percentage. Um, almost yeah, and especially if you've even just taken 180 and lost them. I it seems to me like none of these guys are kind of booters or otherwise cheating. Um, as far as that's concerned, I mean, winning 65.6 um, with kind of quote unquote barely over 210 taken, as opposed to like right down here you got 294. Um, can definitely look like a little bit of a difference, but um, I mean again that's raw. That's raw data. Um, it 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 is technically, yeah. I think I'm taking that back now because that is actually only um it's only 10 face-offs per game on average. So I guess it's not as much of an indicator as I thought it could be. So it would definitely be the ones that are much closer um, to 300 that would make a bit more sense. Um, because at least then you're at 15. I don't know. I don't know. I've never had a chance to look at these kind of stats. Wait, what? Gren won all 20 of his games? Yo, that dude does a lot on the auction house. I see that so often. Who was I even? I don't know. I think this thing's enough. This is typically where people come more so to see like what's going in versus what's not. Um, pretty pretty quick quit there and then there also, but like those were wait what? He hasn't played since the 10th. Oh, well, so this is only the recent games. Okay, that's whatever. I'm done. I'm done. So the recent games are only showing. Oh, wait, no. Let me go back to it. Damn it. Um, the recent games are only showing what their games for that season, and the season happened over the weekend. So yeah, no, 26 didn't make any difference at all versus 25 for whoever that was that I was looking at. I don't know if that was Pens or somebody else. Somebody that I heard of though. Um, looks like he not finishing top 20 didn't get one of the Cal Connors. I couldn't tell you how good that Cal Connor is or is not. I don't even know if they bother to show those cards in the collection under their team things. Um, Yeah, only top 20 got that, and 11 to 20 got an 88. 6 to 10 got an 89, and the top 5 got a 90. Plus top 200 all got enough points. It's not considered a qualifier, but enough points to qualify for any future champs. And uh, 200 through 500 got half that, and 500. How many fucking people played in this thing? 500 through 1,000 got half of that, and 1,000 through 2,000 got half of that, and then everyone 2001 plus got 100 champ points in a premium pack. Are you? Wow. Okay. So finishing in the top 1,500, but quote unquote barely in the top 1,500 gets you a premium players pack and 250 Hut Champions points. Why? I think that I've heard top players complaining about the rewards, and I guess I'm getting it now, man. Like 50 to 100, an ultimate pack, a mega pack, two premium players packs. There's the NHL players packs. Um, no jumbo NHL players packs, which I have to go back into um, Rivals, because I think that's what it said that I could get from Rivals. It's the jumbo NHL players packs. Yes. So yeah, I guess I'll qualify at some point and then maybe try to play. But I don't know. Maybe they'll up the rewards at some point. Like it's better than nothing. And if top 5, top 10 even maybe, certainly pretty decent. Wouldn't mind even top 20 being able to get a solid 88, assuming that he is solid. Could go look in his team in a second and see what that card is, if they're even showing it. What am I doing? Jesus, so tired. Got stuff to do. Need to go to bed. Okay, so no, they don't show what it is. But if we presume that it was just a linear progression, you'd add the bottom guys, the 10 through 12 would get a +4 to this, to 88, and then 5 to 10 would get +5 to 89, and then the top 5 would get a +6 to 90. So let's start there. Yeah, so +6 gets you 95 on acceleration, agility, and speed. 93 for balance and endurance. Both shot accuracies bump to 90, and both shot powers bump to 89, as does deking and hand-eye, and then passing and puck control go to 90 also. Offense awareness goes to 91, defense awareness to 88, stick checking also 88, shot blocking a bit less. It's a winger, faceoffs don't matter, poise not great, bumps to 82. Durability, people don't think matters, bumps to 91. I think it's pretty solid to go with the endurance getting bumped. But would not make my team. So, and that's the 90. The 89 obviously minus one of that, and the 88 minus one of that. I don't think that you go crazy for those, assuming that's all they are, and I don't have a way to know. I guess I could go check out some like some vids from Verda. I don't think he's done screenshots over on Twitter with those. But like I'd have to see like not just the face stats of the card, but the actual underlying stats to see if any of those got boosted. So screw it. Even though this doesn't really matter at all, it's not like I'm going to be able to maintain being in diamonds without having to play any more games for the rest of the week. Just to finish out the stream here. Let's go into one more game. What time is my delivery set for today? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Now we're getting into the later day. It's already 6:30 on the East Coast. Could actually be getting some non-Euro, non so tired you can't think of the word that you are experiencing at the moment. Non-insomniac flares as well here in the States or Canada, North America generally. On the off chance this takes too long to find one anyways, we'll go get myself a refill on water. Gonna need that even if I were to try to go to bed right this minute. Not hearing any noise over there besides the noise that I'm making.
Both teams lined up in the face-off circle. Referee Gilles Levesque ready to drop the puck in this hockey ultimate team matchup. James Cybulski, Ray Ferraro set to call the action.
We have time for a little bit here. That's it.
And we are about set to
Here's
drop
me
the
doing
puck
face-off
on this one.
just over here. So not doing enough. It's better than
Well, the
nothing.
hype for this one has been off the hook. Puck is dropped. Let's see if this one actually lives up to it.
Wait, is he not playing? What's going on here?
Moves the puck. Along the half wall with the puck. Puts it on net. Just wide.
No, that was
Montreal's
not
got a
on
hold
net,
of
but
it
it's
against
okay.
the wall. 99 ways to score. Got control of it now here in the offensive end.
Why do you keep going? The one time I don't want you to go
Puck picked
towards
up by
the...
Kachuk. 99 ways to score. Got the puck along the boards. Taves brings it in.
Huh.
The Canadians gain
Didn't
possession in their
expect
own
the AI
end.
to go there, right to there.
Puck knocked loose after that hit. Taken along the
That's a
wall by
crazy
Kachuk.
hard...
Gets the puck back onto the stick.
Is he playing now? What's
He
going on
carries
here?
the puck up along the wing. And the puck leaves the zone. Pedersen's got it against the boards. Slides the puck near the front of the
Jesus,
net.
why would you...
And he comes up with it.
Son of a bitch. Like, how hard is it, man, to, like... That should have been top cheese. Instead it's, like, right down the middle. It's absurd.
Back underway, and they take possession here inside the offensive zone. Montreal's gained possession along the boards. Keeps hold of the puck. Henderson's got it into offensive territory.
Lundqvist, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, all you to do is make any movement towards. And why do the guys keep going? I think maybe I switched them to something that I shouldn't have. But I thought I'd switched them to forecheck versus trap, and then I also think I switched them back. Like, is that what's going on here? Is that when they're, because I'm switching to trap, as soon as the guys got it, even like behind my offensive net, that they, there we go. What the fuck? Absolutely gonna take your ass out on that. Times 2. Nope. I moved. And the game was super delayed as far as when that action went. Got a bit of delay here this time. Why would they do? Makes no goddamn sense.
99 ways to score. Has got the puck along the boards. And they score!
Oh, man, he turned that over, James. What a bad play. Problem with it is it gives the shooter all kinds of time to find where he wants to shoot it. He sticks it right up under the bar.
99 ways to score. Has got the game's first goal here in the opening frame.
Pretty tightly played game so far. Not a lot of chances, not a lot of errors on either team, but now we got one. Maybe the game will open up.
14 seconds.
Oh man, like I am such fun little facts about me as I go to probably finish this stream after a apparent AFK win. I am such an alcoholic. So hey, wait for him to finish fucking talking. Such an alcoholic by in spirit. Without the actual disease, was a problem drinker in my youth, as basically everyone was at my school. But yeah, like most of those noises that you may have just heard me doing, that I absolutely heard with the ice cubes, etc. It's like, I got no problem with water, so. Literally life-sustaining, but it's like, yeah, that'd be more fun if it was alcohol. Even though there's at this point not that many types that I would even take if you were giving it away.
We'll be right back with much more action here on EA Sports.
Less Nordiques. So the Nordiques. I don't think the Nordiques transitioned over to being the Canadians, not public. All right. Oh, one person in the room. Guess I gotta go find out who's here. I was in the room earlier. I might have left. If you like to chat, feel free to. If you're logged into YouTube and are able to, feel free to. I'm in the room now. I'll go hear what you're saying. Plus, this will probably be the last game that I'll play. If you want to see someone else, just let me know. Yeah, I missed that in all 4 games everywhere. that used to be. I can't imagine it was like patched, and I don't think it's just like a muscle memory thing. I'm way off on it now, but more than I was before. Why are you? Not who you should have been passing. What the? Okay. I can't press pause to do an instant replay, but I 100% passed that. Okay, that's great. I 100% pet. Good. Oh, are you kidding me? You got that? Get out. What is this? Who's this? Where did you come from? You went from the way before. That's why I hate to get down.
99 ways to score. Is going to hold it along the wall.
Hey, they actually passed the correct
Their puck possession game has been outstanding. Now they've got it again, and they can hold it down underneath the blue line.
On the doorstep, swing and a miss. Under siege.
It has been a while since I've done that. Make the pass so poorly that the goalie's able to get it on the mid to top end of his crease.
Result of being the more aggressive team offensively, and momentum on their side as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone. Slides the puck over. Receives the pass. On the attack along the boards. Puts it on net. Can't get it to go.
It almost
Walker
worked.
save. Deflected away. Nice defensive use of the stick there. 99 ways to score.
Jesus, I even delayed on that one to see if he'd go past. He did, and he still got the block in. Look at it, bro.
Vlasic's got the puck in his own zone. Almost lost the
Have to, I haven't had to play one more game after this. I'm gonna have to go do a HUD challenge to replace boxing. I don't think waiting till tomorrow for that.
They didn't sit back after getting that first one. They pile them back.
Even though there's, I think at least doesn't matter for a few days, but just to be safe.
Oh, the defensive team is dog-tired. Their tongues are hanging out of their
3 people in
mouths
the room
here.
now.
They just got
Feel
outworked
free
onto the puck,
to
and
comment on
eventually
whatever
they
you
give up
like.
the goal.
I can't speed up. I guess this guy, his stuff's not public. I can't send him a message or anything.
99 ways
He's
to score.
AFK.
Dominated in the shot
So
department, and now they're
I'm not
starting
trying to
dominate
like
in the
destroy
goal
him. I know I'm
department as
supposed to
well.
get 5 goals
This
in
is
order to
wearing
get
a team down.
max
You
points,
start getting
but
lots of shots. You spend lots of
he's
time
either not
with
here
them.
or
Their
not playing or
defensive zone.
both or
They
whatever.
start to defend with straight legs. You generate
So I'm just
more
kind of like
shots, and
trying to see if I get a
there's a goal.
better sense of how the AI
Happen along the boards.
adjusts to things and how what that might mean in terms of the. He's probably gonna get in over there. It's because he had the puck already, I guess.
Montreal's got the puck
Trying to get a
along the
sense of
wall.
like how the
Gets that puck back
AI
on a stick.
would.
Puck lands right back onto the blade.
Now my guys are all up on this one. Is that because he's further up?
99 ways to score. Has got a hold of it against the wall. Stamkos has it near the
So
back
yeah,
end.
he's only got the one guy coming at me, and it's
Maintains
whoever's got the
possession of
position.
puck
So
along
it's
the blue line.
not like if I come over here,
Moves it around
he's
along the half wall.
up on.
Montreal's
God
got
damn,
the
he
puck
took the
along
puck
the
away before we
boards.
find out
Hangs onto the puck.
how the other guy was going to react.
99 ways to score. Is ready to go on the attack. Blocked in traffic. And he loses control of the puck.
How did you not steal that goal there?
He grabs the puck here at the point. He's got the puck with all sorts of traffic around him. Scooped up along the wall by Kotkaniemi. On the backhand.
Man, those backhands are just not working, huh?
You're right in the scoring zone, and you don't even test the goal.
Wide of the net.
I don't. I have no idea what the fuck that was.
You don't get the puck on target.
But yeah, like I'm not trying to run things. I don't know if I'd be able to any if I wanted to, but I'm not trying to like run it up here. It's more just good experience. I feel like with very low intensity or pressure or any of those other words that you'd use to try to figure out how they're reacting.
Lemieux's walking the line. From point blank range.
Jesus.
Stopped by the goaltender.
Like he drifted, I drifted. Maybe I drifted a little further than I should have. But absolutely should have been top cheese.
Just here
Go
in the late
sideways. I
stages
also
of
felt
this
like I
frame, we've got a 2-0 game here tonight.
countered what he had going really
Taves has
good,
won the
even though
draw,
this
and now it's
Taves
grabbed by Niedermeyer.
This is first line with Gretzky, yeah, and these guys are usually behind the net.
Scores, gain possession along the boards. And that's picked off.
Wow.
LeDuc stick handling in his own zone. Montreal's got the puck. Quick shot.
Oh my God! How did he twig me there? That's not cool.
For period number 2. 40 minutes in the books. It's 2-0.
To get a save, yeah. So he's not even playing a real team. I don't know if this is just these. I don't know if this is just these heroes looking to get to do giveaway games. Although I don't know, Kachuk, Nugent Hopkins, these are their base cards. They're not the worst.
Third period just around the corner. Ray and
But yeah, I don't know if like almost every one of these guys that I play against tonight are just Euros who are looking to pad either themselves with other accounts or their buddies or something. I don't know. Like they still got to take the L though, so it's not like, you know, it's not like the cheating that was finally exposed in the in sumo wrestling, where it was always, you know, you're able to pay back a win that was given to you in an upcoming season. It's a very elaborate thing, whatever, but just read the first freakonomics for learn more about me if you want to. So it's not so much looking like that type of deal. Because like if these are their actual accounts, and they would want their accounts to be pretty decent too. So they can't just like be giving up a ton of losses, especially when they come up against, you know, me, who's not their friend and not the person that they're looking to give the easy dub to. I don't know how I missed that, but it didn't go down at all, actually. Jesus, Taves, come on, man. Nugent Hopkins is going to beat you to that?
Montreal's got it behind the net. Nugent Hopkins takes the puck. 99 ways to score. He's got a hold of it along the wall.
Not waiting too long for that when you totally give up that one.
Montreal's gained possession. Back on a stick now.
Getting taken off by talking about sumo wrestling.
From the point. Oh, what a stop. Scores!
Who is that? Oh, okay. Because like you know, they would actually try against me, and if they're a real player and they had to be concerned about their standing, they're not benefiting one of their friends by giving me this W.
Rebound is put away.
But I don't know, maybe they don't want their DNF percentage to be too out of hand or whatever.
99 ways to score. Has now got a commanding 3-0 lead to start this third.
Pretty clearly part of the message from their coach was to get pucks on the net. They've had the majority of shots by a large margin, and now it's 3-0 lead.
Jeez. Got me 99 shot on EP is not good enough to get that one done.
Moves right to the middle, and that's picked off. Montreal's got a
Just
hold
want
of it
a goal with Besser.
99
With
ways
that.
to score. Has got control of it.
How are you
now here
getting
in
in
the
the way?
offensive end.
Get away.
Taken by Besser.
Oh my God.
Besser's got it along the wing.
What was that?
Ahead of steam now towards the front.
Like, one more time I'm gonna try that
Puck lands back onto a stick.
get backwards backhand. Not working out for me tonight.
Jumps on top of it to get
Not that it ever really has without doing a deep or a forehand backhand, but
They're gassed out there.
99 ways to score. His offense has been the story tonight, leading big time here in this third period. Here's a blast.
yeah, that was a goal. That's not even a question. That is 100%. And it wasn't even fucking close. He just absolutely ripped it with the glove.
99 ways to score, showing no signs of slowing down here in this
For a
third
dude who's
period.
probably
Up big time.
at best like a 75 with his glove highest stat. Okay.
Along the wing up neutral
Or,
zone.
I don't know, pass to Morenz. Yeah, wanted Jitsu.
99 ways to scores. Regain possession of the puck. 99 ways to scores. Got possession here in the neutral zone. To his teammate. He can't redirect it into the net.
Is that
Oh,
going
man,
Benny?
he's frustrated with himself. He's got to get that on the net.
That's going Benny. So who's...
99 ways to scores. Got possession here in the offensive zone.
What the fuck is going on?
Again, the denial by the goaltender. 99 ways to scores. Got the puck along the boards. Jostling for the puck, and he loses control. And he loses both the puck and his balance after that hit.
They must have changed. It was not Lafleur, because Lafleur's a...
Montreal's gained
He
possession
was
along the
99
boards.
for me. I don't know if he still is.
Grabbed
Yeah,
along
he
the
is.
boards by
Still seems so.
Forsback and Carlson. The Canadians move the puck in the defensive zone.
Oh, he's not. He's at 10. I didn't put the new... That's interesting. I don't know how I haven't been paying attention to
99
that.
ways to scores. Got a hold of it along the wall.
How did he...
And that's broken up with a stick
Who was
in
it?
front.
Stamkos?
He almost
Idiot.
lost it for a second there, but regains control of the puck. Sends a pass over. Moves the puck along the half wall. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Trying to get the puck away from the Inferno here. Just wide.
What the fuck is Lemieux doing there? Like, it's as if he had no sense of where the puck was or where he was even going. And I'm not really sure who that pass was to. There's only one guy on the ice with me. Oh my god. Now I do kind of want to get those extra 2 goals into points, because this is
99
stupid.
ways to score. His offense has not been a problem tonight. They put a lot of shots on net and lead it big time late in this third period. Let's it go for the back end.
Again, what's the fucking aim here? Am I trying to fight you? No, I got it in. No.
99 ways to scores. Put in one of their most complete efforts that we have seen in quite some time. Up big time late in this third. Taves is quick on the draw. Unloads from the blue line.
It only worked because it was a deflection.
James, they might as well put both goalies in the other net there. That's 4 in a row for them. The defensive team can't get control of the puck off this face-off. It ends up into the shooter's hands, and he beats the
Was he
goaltender.
literally in the net in the crease when he deflected it? Kind of the process of. I'm kind of surprised. Usually if I'm
99
from
ways to scores.
within breathing
Lamp-lighting
distance,
performance
but not
continues
actually
here
breathing
with
on the
another
goalie,
goal in
they
the
call it
third.
as interference.
They can walk home. They have dominated this third period. They've stretched the lead out into a really comfortable margin.
I guess more often when it's not the guy shooting / scoring, but still.
99 ways to scores. Up
No
big time
interference
here
there.
in the late stages of this third period. Lundqvist won the draw here in the offensive zone. There's the whistle.
Come on,
Offside
man, what
is
the
the
fuck?
call.
Like, picture animations.
Offense has not been a
Like,
problem
I don't
tonight.
think
They
it's
put
the
a lot
worst
of
thing in the
shots
world
on
for the
net
guy
and
to be
lead it big
drifting
time
while
late in this
trying to
third
take a
period.
one-timer. It's pretty
And play
bad, but
resumes as the puck is dropped.
that's even worse. That's from NHL 19 and was happening a ton at the beginning of this year. And I was like, not this fucking bullshit again. This absolutely needs to get out of the game. Again, top G's perfect. He's in the right half of his net at least. And somehow got that. Like, that's
99 ways to score.
just
Put in
absolute
one of the
bullshit.
most complete efforts that we have seen in quite some time. Up big time late in this third. Puck grab by
What the
Niedermeyer.
fuck is it? That was not even...
Montreal's got
I've
the
never
puck
seen that
inside the
before.
defensive zone.
I couldn't even tell you what the fuck that was. Like, yes, I tried to pass, but
Grabs control
to a
of it at the
person,
point.
as opposed to the only part of the offensive third that had no one there.
99 ways to score. Got the puck along the wall. They've got the defense outnumbered. And he scores! What a
Hey, it's
shot!
Besser's first goal. You're still recording. Come on. Go again. Oh.
He didn't waste any time. If he would have stopped that puck, the goalie would have had time to readjust. As it is, it's in the net. Ways to scores up big time here in the late stages of this third period.
Also, not Besser's first goal for the team, uh, but probably first goal in online. Um,
99 ways to score. Has got a hold of it against the wall. And there's the whistle as he elects to slow things down a little.
because I had
The play starting to break down in front of him.
I had
99 ways to score. His offense has not
I had
been
the
a
issue
problem
with the
tonight. They
celly,
put a lot
so it
of
must have
shots on
happened
net
in
and
the
led big
what
time
challenge
late in
game or
this third
something.
period. From the blue line. And
What the
comes up
fuck was
empty.
that?
Nobody's going to be able to
Furthest
block
thing
that
from
unless they're way off target like his shot was.
With the stop. Ways to score has put in one of their most complete efforts that we have seen in quite some time. Up big time late in this third. Quick pass to Lafleur.
That's not.
Deflected
Is it
in
deflection
front.
score? That
Stop by
was
the
just neat.
goaltender.
Yeah. Tried to do the DVU one time with Chelios. Instead, Lafleur, the left winger,
99 ways to score. So
rushed
big
down
time
to
here
the
in
blue
late
line
stages
to
of
take
this
a
third period.
no-look. Hold on.
Here's a shot.
Yeah, I thought I wanted to try it there again. I figured I wouldn't get it off again.
Paul Maurice once said
Um,
to me many years ago, show me a good coach,
Yeah, so
I'll show you a good goalie. There's a good one
he
tonight.
rushed
the
towards
team
the
looks
blue
good,
line
the goalie
to
was
take
great.
the pass,
The win
and
that comes on the heels of a solid
with an
defensive
extreme
performance.
drift away
When
from
your
the
goalie
net,
throws an egg up,
no
it makes
look,
everybody look good.
backwards,
On behalf of Ray Ferraro, I'm
backhand
James Cebulski. Thanks
towards
for
the
joining us
net that
tonight.
actually happened to get a little bit of a deflection, and therefore had a chance of getting in the direction of the net, but didn't work out. Yeah, it's crazy. So we got Diamond. It is going to say here? Okay, cool. But then, okay, so now it's up to 10,740 is the new diamond requirement at the moment up there in Div 1. Why did we? Oh, because we had all the goals. I sometimes forget about 950. I spent so much of the end of the week losing. 991 on coins as well. Yeah, and if like anybody feels the need to report me, or if EA actually happens to see this video on replay, I don't know who any of these people are. I don't know why. Basically, none of them chose to play. I've a bit of a concern that they are, because it would seem kind of strange that however many games that was, it seemed like 5. Well, if I go into objectives, I might be able to figure this out. I think it was at yeah, I think I was at 28. So I think that's five that I won. Only one being against one or two being against an actual player. You'll know because you're literally in the replay right now watching this. But one of the first two for sure was a player. He scored the first goal in the game. I thought at least one of the other ones was an actual player too. But at least 3 guys, and I think it was like the last 3 was like 3 in a row. All like just didn't play. So yeah, it's it. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if it's like somebody who's got potentially like two because it's not cross-platform, so it could be like 2 different PS4s running like on the same location or close enough or whatever, and they set the one to search and then try to jump on the other one to match, and they miss it and they got me instead. I don't know, but I still kind of feel like unless it's 2 different people who aren't at the same location, who are trying to work in tandem, who don't want to like ruin the losers DNF percentage or whatever. Um, it seems to me like if you have enough proximity to be doing it yourself, because I've been told this is what people do. That's why they have the ability to play with whatever the hell they have, like 25, 30 accounts in the game. Even though I believe it's much less than that as far as how many you can have like through a single console like system or whatever. But yeah, like you to have enough proximity to even think, even on quote unquote off hours, even in maybe a division where there's not a lot of people playing, particularly at that time, which I guess is probably what was just happening there. It took a very long time to get those games to match. Um, Even with all that, I think you'd have to have like enough proximity to feel confident enough that often enough when you just basically set matchmaking on the one platform and then basically like I don't know like walk away and go somewhere else to wherever your other account is and try to get the matchmaking up there and then plus like as you just saw like what was that 3 times in a row different people each time um, you know didn't play when matched so they if that's what they were trying to do it didn't work because they got me and I don't know them so that I'm not involved in any of that if that's what's going on um, but I mean because I try to when I think about these things I try to think about like the other side and like what they could possibly be thinking and it honestly doesn't make that much sense to me. I've said it during the games even, and I was on the mic. If they had any headset or mic in, even though they were muted, they would have been able to hear everything that I was saying. Um, you know, part of what I was saying there is that like it didn't really make a ton of sense because even if they were there, basically to get the loss, um, yeah, no matter how it is, like even if it's the same person on like a different account, like on a different, I guess on a different platform, console, whatever that is maybe running even on a, I don't, I would like to think that you can't do that on the same router slash IP address or whatever, but who knows? I have no idea. I only have one, so I don't know or care. I'm literally looking at my router right now, and it's part of the reason why my good is sometimes at 30 ms is because it's not the best internet speed, and I've got other stuff going on at the same time. So I'm just trying to think through it. I kind of feel like if you were doing that, okay. So this is what I got. This is the only way it would work. Is like so you've done that. You've left the first one. You've moved to the second one, and you're trying to match make on the second one, and you were hoping to match up with yourself on the first one. Clearly didn't happen because it matched with me, uh, and I guess they didn't on that second one. They didn't like realize on the opening scene that like it wasn't them that they were up against, or something. Because I was under the impression that you could like back out before the draw, and that they weren't being punished for that across all online versions, like online seasons, comp seasons when they were doing that. They're not now. They're coming back. Hut champs and rivals. Um, but I don't know. Um, I, if I have done that, I've never intentionally done it, and I also don't even really know. Um, like people say to like check your ping um, before going into a game. Is that somewhere? Is that within the game somewhere? Because I feel like your ping on your connection, even with your PlayStation, uh, feels like it um, on like just the PlayStation would like not be enough to indicate what it's going to be like when you play online in a specific game, and it shouldn't be settings. Point clearly not that. Um, yeah, so it's not there at all in settings. I, I can't imagine where else you would check. Go ahead and give myself an extra 200 coins for watching the an ad at the end of my, oh, this is the end. I gotta play a stupid Hut Champs game to get the 3 blocks. 3 block shots. Yeah, so when people say to do that, I literally don't know what they mean. Um, maybe if they're using hybrid or skill stick, that there's like some sort of like button or whatever that you're able to press. Um, the way that you can from the menu during intermission, or the 1 timeout per game that you get to use. Or on, here on the PlayStation side, it's square, or like in the menu you go down to network performance. That's the only way that I ever know. Like right now, like not in a game, I don't know. I think that there's anything here in the quote online tab that would indicate that. I don't know. Maybe I'm clueless. And I feel like settings here would be, mostly the same type of settings, but in fact less than what's on the general settings outside of HUT. Alright, so we need a block 3 shots. Jesus, I did, oh my god. Block 3 shots on goal. Don't remember that popping up like that on that part of the screen, but okay. Also, Bessert, is it upgraded stats yet? So played four games online with him. Point per game is not too shabby. I was kind of looking for him a little bit more than I, would with somebody else, I guess. But at the same time, it's not like I was being successful in doing so. So that last one came in a game that the other person wasn't playing. I think one of the assists came in a game that the person wasn't playing. But yeah, it is what it is. And since it's only 3, in a 6-minute game, on the easiest level. Oh shit, I probably should. Cool. Alright, so at least with strategies, I will change all these. But as far as like putting in players who are specifically good at blocking shots, I feel like for 3 block shots, even in an only 6-minute game, I should be able to pull that off. Particularly if I'm able to control the defenders and step into it. But if not, what the hell? I don't know. I can go get my untradeable Fryman and put him back out there with his 99 shot blocking, and hope that he just kind of lays out in good positions and gets a couple, whether I'm controlling or not. 3 people in the room. What's up, man? We're here for the shot blocks. Don't think I'm gonna need to do. Don't.
99 ways to score. Has got the puck along the boards. Loose puck and they're off to the races. Icing being waved off, just a good old-fashioned sprint. You go as fast as you can.
Jeez, like, you guys really this bad at rookie? Like, I'm not even gonna press any. Thank you. Oh my god. I literally just passed myself off the boards on a quick one, and then still saves, yes, and then off the boards again on a long one.
Broncos get a
Feel
hold
free
of
to
the
come
puck
up,
along the
guys.
boards.
Don't just dump it in.
99 ways to score has got control of the puck. Sent into the offensive zone. Swift Currents gain possession along the boards. Through center along the
I mean,
wing.
part of the problem is that my defense is set up to be
Brings the puck
way
into the
too good.
offensive end now.
But like, oh my God, stop!
Winding down the final minute of this opening frame.
Like, at least get one shot off. Here we go. Oh, I don't know if that counted.
Like that save as he was able to deflect it to the corner.
Yeah, based on the commentary, I'm guessing they're saying I probably didn't get that. Tried, definitely tried. First shot they had to. Don't. Okay, good. Jesus, I'm so close on that one too.
And just a total sprint down the ice and icing his way on.
That looked pretty cool to watch. Both guys full out to get to the puck.
Come on, you can beat the trap. Come on.
The blue line. Puts it on net. Nice block. Stopped by the goaltender.
I don't think they counted that. The last one was the last second, but the one before that for sure.
20 minutes of play.
15 minutes until the next silver reroll too, so I might be able to drop that and finish up. Oh man, I did not get that one. That sucks. It was so close. I probably messed that up by trying to go for it with a little speed and stick check on it. Because otherwise, it looked like it probably would have hit my. That's the same one. That was a much quicker view of it. I think it would have hit my stick. How do I? Yeah, like there's no. Yeah, that's the one. If I wasn't speeding up, I would have caught my stick. I don't know if they would have counted that. They should. That's neat. I still don't really understand why you're not able to track this in any way, shape, or form. Like even if I go to objectives, it doesn't say. It kind of feels like they're saying like, hey, if you're good enough, like you're able to track this stuff yourself. Did they literally let you do this like during your game? I've never done this before. I hope this doesn't screw stuff up.
One of the easiest ways to deke out a goalie is to play with his momentum. The one-handed tuck is performed by selling a deke to either the forehand or backhand side, and then releasing the puck with one hand against the goalie's momentum. To perform a one-handed tuck deke, press and hold the L1 button and tap the R1 button. Let's give it a try.
Okay. It's been a while since I've had a video hint. Alright, since I don't know how much they did, let's see. Oh, maybe that's easier. I don't know. But no clue how many blocks I have, if any. Pretty sure I should have had at least one.
Is set to go. Still no score in this one, we'll see if period number 2 finds ourselves
Yeah,
a
that seems
goal.
way more
Ray,
open.
what's your assessment of the game to this point?
Man, that was slow, James. That first period, nobody generated any offense. Just a few shots to test the goaltenders.
Yeah, I don't know why I was putting that all the way down. I just
Gets
realized
some
I can.
momentum driving towards the net.
Yeah, I did that. I don't know if I extended my stick, but I don't know if I think that it was might have been going in off of my stick initially before I stuck it out there. Can't tell from that angle.
Off his stick and into the net.
Yeah, probably not. It was me trying to get a block from the worst position possible.
Late in the second as they take a 1-goal lead.
I'd get my best players back on the ice, and while you've got your opponent backed up a little bit,
Couldn't even
try and
take
get
it from
another one.
the other way, it looks like.
Carries it across the line. 99 ways to score. Here he
That was
is.
a good goal.
All alone.
Or not.
Taken along the wall by Lemieux.
How'd you take it?
One-time blast.
What
That
the
goes off
hell?
its wing. 99 ways to
And
score.
what?
Trying to make
Okay,
something
here it
happen in
is.
the offensive zone.
Let him go, man. You let him go.
Moving the puck along the side. Quick shot.
God
Turns
damn
him
it.
away. 99 ways to score. He's got a hold of it along the wall. Sends it in on the attack.
Oh my God! Get on the puck,
Broncos
warning.
have it behind the net. Up along the wing.
1 minute left.
Over the line they
Second
come.
period.
And too much traffic in front blocks that one.
Yeah, I really hope that would counted as a shot.
Here's a chance, a 2-on-1. He scores!
What an effort to get this game back to level. You've got to continue to work even when you trail in the game. They did that, and now they have a brand
The
new
Canuck
game
connection.
to play. Really nice play. Quick
Bassett with the
pass
primary
on the tape and
assist.
into the net. So quick to the
EP
goal, he
getting
can't
Marty
get
McFly
close
down
enough to
there on
make
the
save.
celly. I'm playing on rookie. This is not. It's not.
99 ways to score. The
I had to do it.
equalizer comes at a critical time of the game, late in the period, isn't it, Ray?
Anytime you give up a goal late in the
Oh my
period,
God.
you feel like you've given up more
Yeah,
than
is
that.
he icing
So this is
or
a critical
not?
goal.
Look at the wheels as icing his way
No.
down.
Oh my God.
That loose puck he got to the hash marks first, wins the race, and negates the icing.
Here in the late goings of the period, the next goal could be
I
a
don't
big
have
one
to. I
as
don't
we
do
are
this
tied.
very often, but it definitely.
And as
And
the
I don't
puck
want
is
Glenn
dropped, they
Denning,
win the draw
and I don't
here
want
inside
Lorenz.
the defensive zone.
I'll take a defender, I guess.
Torney's got it across the line.
Nobody touched that.
Here's a chance to set up now. And that one's broken up by a
damn
great
it,
defensive
man.
play.
It definitely feels as though like the RNG on like literally everything
Swift Current's got the
is
puck
just
along the wall.
oh my,
On a great defensive
what
play
the
there.
flying
And
fuck.
he elects to play the puck. That's a solid check on the
I'm
play.
definitely starting to feel like when I rip the rookie. Oh my God!
99
Don't
ways to score.
touch
He's
the
got a hold
puck,
of it
man.
against the wall. And they'll dump
When
it
I
in.
rip rookie. Oh, somebody's still missing a bucket down there. He wasn't even close enough to get any. God damn it.
Second period is in the books. Still too close to call.
Yeah, so
We are
I guess
tied at
whenever I
one.
rip rookie on hut challenges, which there's not very many. That may have gone in anyways. Again, I'm not really sure how you find a 5-hole through the through the thigh gap, but okay.
Big third period still to come. We'll get ready for it. Hope you'll join us.
What was I saying? But yeah, I'm starting to definitely feel as though anything that I've ever been able to be successful at doing
Welcome back, everyone.
versus
He's
particularly
Ray,
rookie,
I'm
but
James, and we
probably
are ready to
semi-pro also.
kickstart this third period.
hut challenges.
The next goal
I need
will be
to
a critical one as we are still
get
tied.
completely
Getting
humbled on
underway
the
here in
fact that
third.
the game just like here you take
Scooped up
everything.
along the wall by Gretzky.
Can you take the puck from me, please?
The
Thank you.
Broncos scoop it up along the boards. Handles the puck.
God damn it, Gretzky, stay away, man.
Takes control of the puck. 99 ways to score.
it.
He's got control of it now from their own end.
Just take the puck, please.
Swift
Well, not on
Current's got the puck now. And that's a paddling from the goaltender.
nightmare. They'll probably like, I wanted to pass off there. And the game's like, no, we're not going to let you just give them a dunk.
Getting into the later stages of this period, we are all tied up in this one. Nice start winning the draw here inside the offensive zone.
Dude, shoot. What are you doing? No, stay away. But I also don't want to be Gretzky.
Possession along the wall, and that's blocked away.
Cool. You said blocked, but I think it also made it to the
Lemieux's lugging the puck.
goalie.
Swift Current's ready to go on the attack. Gets in
Come
front of
on.
it. And now he moves it to Lemieux. Big time play right
No!
there.
What the flying fuck, man? Jesus Christ.
This game had been
Like, it took like an hour, it felt like, for them to even allow me to select the guy.
way to jump into the lead. Oh, he's got his head up, so he's going to pick the spot here, and he goes through the legs. Goalies hate
Niedermeyer
getting scored
again,
on in
man.
the
Dude,
5
like,
hole.
dude has insane awareness. And this is a rookie. He's like, nah, you're good. Like, he did at least put his stick out, but come on. Might have actually deflected it into the goal.
The Broncos have gone ahead here in this third period.
They'll want to continue to be aggressive, though, James. They don't
Just
have enough of a
to
cushion
double
to
check
sit
this, I
back.
feel like I'm gonna have to.
Puck picked up by Muzzin. Situation critical as we approach
We're gonna
the
have to
final minute of the
put this
third.
into OC.
Besser sliding the puck behind the net. Puck scooped up. Scores! Well tied up.
Oh, it's getting to a stage in the game where you
I mean, that
think
wasted
they're not
at least
gonna be able
15,
to
20
find
seconds just to get the goal. That could have
And
been
they get it done.
spent blocking if I had
think he
any
almost
idea how
gave
to
up
track how
on
many
this. He
goal
can't find
blocks
the
I've
puck,
had
and
during
he
the
just
game.
stands there. This thing beats him cleanly. He never saw it.
I guess they at least let you track hits now, but
99 ways to
in online
score is
games
answered
only if you
back here
pause
late in the
or
third.
during intermission,
Huge
which
third
is
period goal to tie
not
things
particularly
up.
helpful.
They've really worked hard and deserved this spot in the game. Now we'll see at even. The coaches really shorten their
Please,
bench
no.
out and start double shifting guys.
No.
Takes the feed.
Stop, get off.
99 ways to score as regain possession of the puck. And that's blocked. Takes the puck at the point. 99 ways to
Oh,
score
Jesus
has
Christ.
got the puck along the boards. Here's a race for the loose puck. And they'll keep on playing as icing is waved off. Here's a pass down low. Cross ice feed.
I
and a
mean,
beauty.
I get it that my guys are incredibly fast.
Swift Currents gain possession along
It'd
the
be
boards.
nice if they were a bit quicker in, oh my god, in online games.
Here's an offensive chance. Handles it along the blue line.
Nope.
Centering pass. That's not going to fool him.
Okay, that was a block, but with my stick and almost right as he was shooting, so I hope that didn't count as a check.
Kings won the face-off deep inside the
Shoot,
offensive
man.
zone.
Oh, fuck you.
There's the horn to end period number 3. Still deadlocked here. That means overtime is
What was the
coming
play
up.
period? Tie-breaking goal? Even though it went back to a tie? Yeah, so just a swipe miss didn't actually connect. But still managed to go 5-hole. Arguably the best rated goalie in the game. I mean, he is the highest overall, but meaning like he's on the line. Dude, I'm rookie. I don't think I can even blocks out another time. This is a stupid idea. I'm just gonna go score. Game over, Evan.
Scores, and that's the game. They take it in overtime.
I don't think that I'm good enough on rookie AI putt challenge. 3-on-3. One defender.
And a nice one, too. It's a
To be able to
hard-fought game. The teams were
work that
really,
out.
so obviously they get
Be
to
able to
overtime.
Get some
But
block
I like
shots.
the
This
way
is,
this
I don't know,
finished.
it's like way too much open
She
ice.
wrote on
And
this one for Ray Ferraro.
I gotta rely on
We'll see you next time
controlling
here on EA
the one
Sports.
guy whose job it is to play defense, who's like not going to be out of position or be like in that specific replay right there with Niedermeyer that just is like, nah, you can score, it's fine. Oh, thank God. Oh, and it's, of course it's, oh, I should have been paying attention. Oh no, it's not even a, dumbass. It's not even a milestone this year. So that's fun. That dude, the same dude scored twice on me, like the same player on their team. 10 minutes to reroll. I'm sure I could babble on about nonsense for 10 minutes. Oh, open the pack. Yeah, we'll do that. 1,000 coins. Get any? Oh, we got a jumbo premium. We get to 5. That's cool. Makes you feel like you're. Well, maybe it doesn't, but it makes you feel like you're way closer to completion because it's already it's already 75% of the way there as far as the ones that have been completed. And once you get to 500, it's actually 10 out of 12, which is even more clearly. But then at that point, you're actually only halfway as far as like the cumulative number of times you need to. It doesn't matter. You get the point. Yeah, I've not been doing squad battles, so I'm not doing real close on those. Yeah, got 5 wins tonight, I believe. And I guess this one would be a little bit closer if I was actually doing squad battles, both of those. Oh, I was a minute away? That was 10 minutes away. There's no way that was 10 minutes from when I said it was 10 minutes. Day 69, I was unaware of that. And I was on that screen earlier pointing out stupid shit about, when you get to earn that stuff. So we got 2 silver rerolls, even though that's not technically how we got the second one. For you here as we finish up. Let's get a little timestamp here. Particularly since I've got no power, no juice on my my controller here. So I apologize for you being in a blue screen at the moment. Four hours. What the hell is wrong with me? Something big is coming. There's only 4 cards in here. One of these 4 cards is going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. I mean, it definitely does kind of throw off a little bit when it's an icebreaker on fire, the first card. And it's an 82 Anders Leaf for trade-in. Two 80 pluses. That would have been so great on the first day. Maybe a stretch to the second. What else? What else? think we're done here. Got nothing. Sorry, kids. That's gonna be it. So I guess like 10:30 a.m. Uh, East Eastern time should be the latest that this will pop up as a replay. Um, so I don't know. Enjoy. I don't know if there was literally anything that I did in that was even remotely entertaining, outside of me playing horribly, which is always fun to watch dumpster fires. I feel like, um, and then just making stupid, inane, pointless, possibly super annoying comments, both about gameplay in game as well as other random stuff that had nothing to do with it. So with that,